Yeah, you already know what time it is, baby. It's time for Thrusting Through the Media with BBC featuring Ebony and Ivory up in this whole It's Cooters and Cows time. There's so much. There's so many different names. I feel like we gotta come up with another new name, Chris. Just cause. Oh, surprise! It's Chris and I this morning. Was good. We have a lot to talk about. We do. I'm so scared, y'all. I'm so scared. I was really pulling for Supergirl, and the numbers aren't looking great. The numbers are looking pretty bad, relatively speaking. So we're gonna talk about that. We gotta talk about the Odyssey that is going to skip influencer screenings. Chris Nolan said, I don't give a damn about your numbers. If you ain't a critic and you ain't a producer, you can kiss my ass. You ain't coming to my movie to no special screening. That's what he said. Don't quote me. We also got to talk about DC Studios announcing Absolute Batman. I cannot believe they're doing it. I am so excited. They're also doing what Joker Laugh Riot and a Krypto show. So that'll be cool. James Gunn's bad week is going to get worse as fans start roasting the DC Studios boss for Rick Flagg Sr. mistake. I don't know what that is. We're going to read that article. It'll be fun. And don't expect a Ratatouille sequel. I wasn't asking for one. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, it's. I'm always call it Capes and Cows. I know. I guess it's technically the Kristian Harloff show now, but my mama called it Clay. I'm gonna call it Clay. Let's do it. What's good, everybody? Welcome to yet another edition of, as I mentioned, Thrusting Through the Media with BBC, featuring Ebony and Ivory, or Capes and Cows, the Friday edition of the Kristian Harloff show, whatever you want to call it. It's got many names. I can't do it by myself. What would life be without my better half? Of course, I have to bring in Miss Chris Carr. What's up, Chris? How you doing?
I'm so good. It's so good to see you. Also, I love the idea of it wasn't spoiled that I was here until you said my name. Like Cooters and Cows would be done with Kristian.
Yeah, that actually would be really hilarious. because let's make it clear that he would definitely be the Cooters of the bunch. So you know what I mean? Like that's just how that works.
Yeah.
So
that's just science.
That's just science. That's all.
And that's what we do here when we're thrusting through the media, folks.
Is science.
Science.
How you been, girl? I haven't seen you in a minute.
Dude, I haven't seen anyone in a minute. I just finished that play, which was 6 weeks of just like being in a theater all the time. But now I'm just like figuring out how to be again. I've caught up on all my media. I binged Widow's Bay. I started watching Avatar. I watched Vox Machina. I started rewatching X-Men 97.
I did too in anticipation because I don't unfortunately I haven't been getting the Disney screeners recently, so I just have to be very patient and wait. And so I've been rewatching 97. Well, actually I rewatched the original series because it was on sale on Apple for like $10. So I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna have to go ahead and own that. And then I got really upset because I didn't realize that Disney did not put any sort of version of X-Men 97 out that isn't on Disney Plus. So there's no digital download that you could buy. There's no Blu-ray or 4K or any of that. And since we in this household have downscaled to add everything, if I wanted to watch it, I have to go through God knows how many ads, and they're not showing my ad on there. So it's not like I'm watching and go, well, at least I'm paying myself. Like I just literally have to watch random shit about Verizon. I don't give a shit. I'm on AT&T. Kiss my ass. Sorry. I've been up for a few hours, so I'm already in rant mode. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like the only way you're gonna get me sitting through ads is if it's gonna end up like this.
DJ, you want to buy a girl some new boobs?
Only way I'm gonna sit through some ads.
Boob money.
I want, and I talked about this before we started, Chris. You can PLD saw this too. I also want some new boob money. I want to be able to have my boobs just go dot 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 dot. Like I press a button on my hip and just brrr, exactly. I need a Terry Crews switch to just be able to shiatsu my titties. Just brah, brah. So
a couple of my friends have seen your commercial though, and have been very excited.
Woo!
Where they were like, "Your boy's on TV," and I was like, "I know, I know.
Thank you. It's so
So,
funny. It's so funny because yesterday, a lot of y'all know that I'm a Spark season ticket holder. And we're ass right now. They instead of doing a full rebuild, they kind of were like, we're still gonna win anyway, and then they force superstars to play way more minutes than they should the last couple of years, and now the injury bug is hitting us, and we're a 500 team. It's a mess. And so someone goes, hey, I guess the one upside of us getting dog walked yesterday by an expansion team is I saw your commercial. And I was like, yeah, see, that's not me ripping off a World Cup jersey anymore. That's me ripping off a Sparks jersey and putting on a Paige Becker's jersey instead for the Wings, man. Like, I just, so bad. Anyway, that's not why you're here. It's not why you're here. You're here to talk about why another movie is potentially going to be doing pretty bad at the box office right now. Let's get into this first story, y'all. Supergirl is off to a sluggish start at the box office in the US as opening weekend projections plummet to 39 million. Josh Wilding reporting for Comic Book Movie. Last week, DC Studios moved up Supergirl's social media embargo, and the first wave of posts from X appeared glowing. Of course, upon closer inspection, it was clear that most of them had come from influencers and that the few critics who shared their takes were a little more reserved. As expected, the reviews did not match the reactions, and while Supergirl briefly had a fresh score on Rotten Tomatoes, it wasn't long until it slipped into rotten territory. There are only a few percentage points in it, but that dreaded green splat can make all the difference to a movie's opening weekend. As ridiculous as that seems, it's been the case for years. Early word, let's try that one more time. Early word on Supergirl is that it earned 6.5 million from Tuesday previews, a significant drop from Superman's 22.5 million last July. This is in the same ballpark as Marvel Studios' flop The Marvels, 6.6 million, just shy of half as much as Captain America Brave New World, 12 million, but above Morbius, 5.7 million. Adding Wednesday's fan screening, Supergirl is boosted to 8.25 million. However, following projections of a 47 million to 50 million opening weekend, The Woman of Tomorrow may land with a thud and only gross roughly 39 million. Warner Brothers reportedly wants Supergirl to earn 300 million, with that reportedly considered enough to have made the second chapter in James Gunn's Superman saga a worthwhile endeavor. It's not impossible, but based on these early numbers and how previous superhero movies have performed with similar starts, Supergirl will be lucky to even hit 200 million. Not helping matters is Toy Story 5's dominance and the fact that Monsters and Minions, The Odyssey, and Spider-Man Brand New Day are all on the way. Still, it's not all doom and gloom. While Deadline is reporting that those combined Wednesday-Thursday previews came in at 7.8 million combined, not 8.25. When you add 5.2 million from international markets, Supergirl has landed a 13 million worldwide opening day. That's ahead of Disclosure Day's $12 million start, and the hope is that the Maid of Might movie could still hit 80 million this weekend. Still, the good news is lessened somewhat by the revelation that Supergirl's production budget may have been 186 million, not 170. During a recent interview with Rolling Stone, Supergirl writer Anna Naguera opened up on writing not one, but two versions of Supergirl before James Gunn enlisted her to develop this movie. I honestly wrote, this is breaking news, I wrote two different Supergirl movies before this one. Those two had similarities and overlaps, but were pretty different, she recalled. They served two different purposes, and then that kind of all went away. I had an overall deal with Warner Brothers, and my overall deal ended the week I gave birth. And I was like, I guess that's it for me in DC. And I was bummed, of course, as any writer would be. I came back from maternity leave, and producer Chantal Nongvo, I am so sorry if I butchered that, called me, and she was like, okay, so this time we actually are making a Supergirl movie. She said, I want you to pitch on it, and this is also breaking news. I said no. I had gone down that road twice before, and it hadn't worked out. And I was like, nah, I'm not going to get that job. I'm so dusty. I'm old news. I wrote two previous drafts. And she was like, I'm not taking no for an answer. I need you to pitch, Anna. And then I had to do my work and pitch just like everybody else. And they ended up saying yes. Supergirl is in theaters now. Okay, so yeah, this is just a real quick little tweet that went out. Supergirl kicked off the domestic review 7.8. The pre-shows Thursday and Wednesday. Full opening day headed to the high teens, well below the 24.1 million from The Flash in June of 23. Opening weekend box office headed to below 46.1 million. of the Marvels and near Morbius territory of 39. Yeesh. Okay, so Chris, I guess my first question to you would be, have you seen Supergirl yet?
I have not. I'm going tomorrow. Have you seen it?
I did. I went
Okay.
on Wednesday, and I put my review up. Go check my stuff out. This at
Ooh,
Swaggy
okay.
Bird. It was funny because I I walked into the theater and did my out of the theater reaction, and just between that time of, and I even said, I said, I'm probably just going to do this out of the theater reaction. I'm probably not going to do any further review unless I talk about it on one of the shows. Um, and then I got home and I was like, no, F that. I got more to say. Like, I actually recorded a review to add to the back half of my reaction. Yeah, I am not entirely surprised by this. It's funny. I don't always see eye to eye with Christian as far as like movies, as far as stuff goes. Like, generally speaking, we have similar tastes, but there'll be things that he has issues with that I'm like, nah, bro, I'm actually cool with. And then there's stuff that I'm cool with. He's like, nah, bro, I don't really rock with that. But we were, for the most part, on the same page here. I think where the movie is really kind of suffering is Krem just doesn't work. The villain doesn't really work. Which kind of sucks. And we might have different opinions as to why. I think for me, Krem does show up a decent amount in the comic. And I know you've read Woman of Tomorrow, but only at like key points. So there isn't this level to kind of see where maybe there are a minor bit of flaws in the character one way or the other. Like, he's just he really is a piece of shit genocidal maniac type scenario. But we kind of are chasing this ghost in the comic. You know what I mean? And except for the times that we see him. Whereas this, I feel like he's here a lot, and he doesn't feel very fleshed out.
Okay. Well, Harloff and I talked about this yesterday. In the comic also, he's just a guy, you know?
Yeah.
Like, he is a ginger man with a beard.
Yeah.
And he is still, he's known for the title, Creme of the Yellow Hills, Killer of Men, Women, and Dogs. He's a psychopath, but him being a regular ass looking dude is so creepy.
It's a lot creepier than trying to make him into this weird monster. And I think that, like, because the design they went with, he's got all these like metal balls or piercings or whatever all over his face and all this stuff. And if I remember correctly in the comic, this isn't really a spoiler. It's just a differentiation of how they kind of deal with him. In the comic, he's this dude in the hills, and then he does this kind of crappy stuff, and then he ends up leaving and using that as an opportunity to go join a gang. Whereas in the movie, they make him the leader of the gang off rip. Like, instead of like, I'm finding shelter and refuge, I'm gonna go cause chaos with these people, he's with these people off rip. And even that feels different, because it feels very different of a criminal, like essentially running from Supergirl throughout the galaxy versus like, nah, I run this gang. You what gang, motherfucker? What you know about this? I got kryptonite for your face, motherfucker. Like, that's completely different. And that also changes the vibe a little bit.
That dialogue wasn't in a panel anywhere. That's crazy.
If it had
kryptonite
been,
in my face,
kryptonite in your face, gang. Like, if that had been a thing, I bet this movie would be tracking at like 200 million domestically right now for the opening weekend. Because, like, who's not trying to see that? Who's not trying to see, yo, I'm Creme of the Yellow Hill, motherfucker. Creme of the Yellow Hill. What you know about this shit, bruh? Like, I don't know. I would actually probably, but
how James Gunn has not called you for your input is insane.
Look, they asked Anna to pitch again. Why didn't you ask me? I was sitting right here. I have all the ideas. Okay,
James,
Cooters and cows, damn. Cooters and cows, goddammit. Like, Coy, where you at, bro? Like, put me in the room for the pitch, man. I got this. But real talk, Chris. I mean, what your thoughts? Like, hearing that this might only go to 39. What do you think now is the ceiling for Supergirl?
Man, I mean, I'm so bummed out, and I'm so excited to be on the show with you for a multitude of reasons. But I did have a moment too of, oh man, we get to talk through our feelings, because we were the only like optimists about this.
Yeah,
we're like,
we were.
No, it's gonna do great. The comic's so good. I really believe in it, and I'm so disheartened to hear that there's so many changes. I'm so bummed. I'm so bummed out about it. So, I mean, I still have that optimistic. I'm hoping it does like 47 to 50. I don't think it will. I really wanted it to kind of beat Like, I don't want it to be in Morbius numbers. I don't
Right.
want that.
No.
And what we talked about yesterday was, hopefully it would have legs, and maybe we'd have this slow, steady incline, and maybe it would do well in international markets. But based on Superman, how that did internationally, I don't think that's going to be the case here. And as somebody who hasn't seen it, I can't really make a huge prediction here. I know I'm probably still going to like quite a bit of this movie because of the Krypto of it all. But I'm so disappointed, and we touched on this yesterday, and it's something that I harp on my podcast today too, is I really wish these studios would just take the blueprint that's given to them, really honor the source material, and trust that we have smart audiences. Even if you are not a comic book person, you will go, I get this story, I understand what's happening, and just follow the beats. I know it's not easy to translate a comic book to TV or film. I understand that. Making a movie is really freaking hard.
Yeah.
But I still am so confused when you have some of the best minds, best writers. When you have someone like Coy Frankly on your payroll, go give him a little preview and go, how is this?
Yeah.
I just feel like trust the source material more, trust your audience more. You don't have to give us all these weird bells and whistles and embellishments to get people to resonate with ultimately what is a very human story. We're talking about
Yeah.
a girl who survived a horrific genocide.
I will say this. The parts that work, and they work really, really well, are, in my opinion, like Kara's like story, and they do justice to the idea of what she went through with Krypton and why she is the way she is. They did stay true to that, and those are the moments that work the absolute best. They did a little bit of tweaking they did a little bit of tweaking with Ruthie, but for the most part, they did her justice as well. So I think
Okay.
that though their relationship and their background stories and all that, I think actually they did stay true to it, and I really enjoyed that. But
Okay.
I have been trying to process how they decide to wrap up the film. Um, and I don't want to say more than that because I would like it's given me theories, and I'm actually writing something right now that I'm going to do a whole theory about on my channel myself about where potentially Kara's story is going to go, or Kara's story is going to go, excuse me, um, within the DCU based on how the movie wraps up. Um, I'm still trying to process the way that they did that, because I'm now debating whether or not I understood the comic itself or if they've just decided to do something different.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. I can't really say more than that
Okay.
without kind of really messing things up. But yeah, it's an interesting kind of just dilemma here, because again, this is your second movie out. You're really trying to set stuff up for the rest of the universe, but I appreciate, like, I can tell people now there's no post credit, so you're really just focused on this movie, and I think that is a smart move here. But they did stay true to a lot of stuff. It's just that was, I think, the creme of it all was the one change. And I agree. Him being a dude that's a shitty dude is very different than him being a gang leader. And he has all of this kind of, pull one way or the other. So
Well,
it
just
just
physically being a monster
yeah,
is, I
yeah,
think,
yeah,
odd.
yeah, yeah, yeah. At least with the design, there was something, like you said, much more nefarious about this. Is like Joe Blow, whoever that's kind of running his mouth,
Yeah.
and killing people like willy-nilly, so it was it's funny because I see people in there being like, I really would like to talk spoilers, but I can't. And I'm like, I agree. I'm trying very, very hard to only include the stuff that like is out there enough. Like we've seen in the trailers what Krem looks like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which is why I feel a little more comfortable saying that and stuff like that. But it makes me sad because this could not only like pump the brakes on Kara as a character, which sucks because she is a character, especially this version of her is so good when you look at the comic and what they did with this. But then this could also potentially pump the brakes on the DCU a little bit if the movie really just doesn't do well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, which is a shame.
Yeah. So, well, we want to know what you think, guys. Are you going to see Supergirl this weekend? Are you concerned about Supergirl's box office? What numbers do you think it's going to be at? Please let us know what you're thinking about all of that. And before we get to a very quick ad break, so we can pay the bills, so we can,
DJ, you want to buy a girl some new boobs?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to obviously bring up the whole idea. You know how the game is played with the super chats and everything. So first of all, if you enjoy Thrusting Through BBC, Thrusting Through the Media with BBC featuring every library, then please send them in. And remember, the way that this works is it's the monetary of it, not the sheer number of the questions. Now, if you were like, hey, I want to send $50 and you want to chop it up into the 50 individual dollar ones, I'm not going to hate you for it. Please, by all means, we'll answer every question, write haikus, whatever you want, man. We would appreciate that. But yeah, definitely, support keeping Chris and I together. You're over this way. Chris and I together. You know what I mean? So are you trying to point to me too, but going the wrong direction?
Hi.
Oh man. Well, with that being said, I cannot see. That is, where is the thing? Hey, you put it up at the top. See, you were a tricky one there, PLD. Check out these ads real quick, man, and help us support the show. Appreciate you.
You don't want to just lose weight, though. You want to look better. You want to feel better. That's why Weight Loss by Hims now offers access to FDA-approved Wegovy and the FDA-approved Wegovy pen. Wegovy is designed to help you lose weight and keep it off so you can stay on track with your goals. With Wegovy at Hims, lose up to 20% or more of your body weight when combined with diet and exercise. It helps you regulate your appetite, eat less, so success is within reach. Plus, Wegovy is the first ever GLP-1 for weight loss, so there's no needles needed. Through Hims, everything happens online. You'll connect with a licensed provider who will determine if treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is delivered right to your door, no insurance necessary. Now, even better, with a range of affordable GLP-1 options, Hims makes it simple to find a weight loss approach that fits into your world and your wallet if eligible. You'll get a treatment plan personalized to you and unlimited dosage changes as needed. If you're ready to reach your goals, visit hims.com/Kristian to get a personalized, affordable plan that gets you. That is HIMS.com/Kristian. hims.com/Kristian. Weight Loss by Hims is not available in all 50 states. Wegovy is the registered trademark of Novo Nordic AS. To get started and learn more, including important safety information, Wegovy clinical study information, and restrictions, visit hims.com. I don't know how far back it was, but Cash App came to the show, and I was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to give it a shot. It's a must. Have to be. If you're not up to speed already, Cash App, it's more than just a safe way to send and receive money. With the Cash App card, you unlock tons of perks without all the hidden fees. Now, enjoy benefits like exclusive early access to nationwide concert pre-sales. You got Kendrick Lamar, Sabrina Carpenter, to name just a couple recent examples, plus discounts on everyday purchases and popular brands you're probably already spending money on. You add your card to your digital wallet, and you make your money moves easier. Cash App does more than you think when it comes to having your back and making sure your money stays your money. Cash App just released a new status program for the way people actually spend called Cash App Green. So when you spend at least $500 a month with the Cash App card, you earn green status. That unlocks benefits like up to $200 of free overdraft coverage. If you overdraft unexpectedly, there are no hidden fees. You also unlock higher borrow limits and custom personalized cashback offers every Friday at places that you love to shop. Cash App can do way more than you think to make your money work for you. If you direct deposit at least $300 in paychecks each month and use the Cash App card for purchases, you can earn interest on your savings. There's no hidden fees, no minimum balance requirement. Don't let your money sit around and just gather dust. Make it work for you. Take advantage of interest savings on Cash App today. So new Cash App customers can earn $10 if they use that code Cash App 10 in their profile at sign up and send $5 to a friend within 14 days. Terms apply. Cash App is a financial services platform, not a bank. Banking services provided by Cash App's bank partners. Prepaid debit cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC. Cash App Visa Debit Flex cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC, and the Bancorp Bank, N.A., pursuant to a license from Visa USA, Inc. See terms and conditions for the Sutton prepaid card, Sutton Debit Flex card, and Bancorp Debit Flex card. Cash App Green features savings, direct deposit, roundups, overdraft coverage, and discounts provided by Cash App, a Block Inc. brand. Visit cash.app/legal/podcast for full disclosures. So Cash App, get it done. Don't let your money just sit around. Do something with it. Cash App, they're the best.
Yo, I actually do have to give a shout out to Cash App because I think I said this when we were doing the show together still a couple months ago, but my neighbor broke my windshield and I had to get it replaced. And I had just done some other work on my car, so I was like, that's just really not in the budget right now. And Cash App actually had I use SafeLight. They actually had a payment thing with SafeLight that I was able to do, which was like actually really dope. So it just same thing, it no interest on anything, and I was able to just pay like a solid $100 every like couple weeks and stuff like that. So like shout out to them for all the stuff that they've been doing and expanding their brand and everything. They really have been pretty clutch, man. So I gotta say, and that and I've said this before that I've not obviously not this, but like I've directed social media ads for Hims too. So like I have worked with people directly that would use their products. So either the hair retention stuff or the weight loss stuff, and we've seen from start to finish what it is, the transformations, and that really works. So I highly recommend both of these brands, y'all. Check them out. Easiest way that you can help the show is to if one of these things speaks to you, to actually hop in and grab one of them, because that's how we bring those sponsors back and keep the channel lights on and everything. So we really appreciate that, y'all. All right, so let's go on to our next story, unless there was anything else you wanted to kind of chime in about Supergirl or the DCU or anything like that.
No, I'm more so concerned about like I should Google SafeLight and finally get my cracked windshield fixed because I still haven't.
Girl,
I got it filled. I got the crack filled, so it's not going to shatter on me.
Okay, so there's that. That was the problem, is that mine wasn't. It was too big for that. It was just it was a big enough just crack across the windshield that they're like, nah, you got to replace that. And I was like, I don't want to spend $500.
I had a nice man come to my house and put windshield glue in my windshield and went,
there you go.
Job's a good one. Good enough for now.
Job's a good one.
PLD, how dare you?
What did he say?
She got her crack filled. Whoa, wait a minute.
Wait a minute, PLD. PLD, you were a father, sir. How could you? Sir.
I've never made a single sexual comment on this show, ever.
Not ever. Not even nicknaming this thing Cooters and Cows. Our next story we got to talk about, the Odyssey is going to be skipping influencer screenings. It's from Dark Horizons. Universal Pictures has reportedly decided to skip influencer screenings for Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. Said the film will have its world premiere in London on July 6th, which will then be followed by regular film critics screenings. In recent years, studios have tried to get ahead of professional reviewers by inviting fan site bloggers and social media influencers to major releases early and letting them post mini reviews on their channels. In recent times, that approach has backfired, as fans have become much more skeptical of the often gushing praise that comes from these screenings and influencer relationships with studio marketing departments. Both a rather transparent The Mandalorian and Grogu marketing stunt video and the gushing influencer praise for both Disclosure Day and Supergirl, ahead of more mixed regular reviews for both films, have seen these influencer screenings come under fire. The Odyssey is set to open on July 17th. Okay, so I find this very interesting for a couple of reasons, Chris, but we've talked about this before. I think what needs to happen is you essentially need to make a new version of Siskel and Ebert, but Siskel in this case is an influencer, and Ebert is, your actual film critic. And then you have the two of them use their, but like Captain Planet, by your powers combined, I am Captain Planet shit, and get the kind of social, charismatic clout, all that kind of stuff that has this that kind of would speak more to how people and the audience might see a movie, and then have your film critic that's giving you the inside of a film being made, its budgeting, why the film does or doesn't work, the beats that work, etc. If you find that pair that does that, that is going to be what solves this problem where it feels like critics are panning way too much and people really don't trust them anymore. But then people are also in the point being like, hey man, you shilling for this. You're not actually giving us an honest review. You're just like, hey, they brought me out to come check out the Odyssey, so it's the greatest film I've ever seen. Like, yep. There needs to be a middle ground, and the first duo that figures that out, I think, is going to be the one that takes over that space. What is your mind at hearing that they're not doing these influencer screenings, and what do we do to kind of solve this problem that we have?
Oh, first of all, I love that dynamic duo in mind. I think that's a really fun combination of get your tired and true, I absolutely understand cinema, I've studied film history critic, and an influencer to team up and do stuff. I think that's a great, great idea. I think this is very Christopher Nolan to not have an influencer. Without revealing sources, I have some folks who have had to work with him, and he very much seems like the kind of guy who'd be like, why would only in a British accent, right? Why would I have any of those people come to my film? Why would I do that? Because he's just, a very, he's a cinephile, and he's very, very passionate about his craft and everything. And he doesn't strike me as somebody who wants to be talked to about like the algorithm or clicks or how you need to posture certain people at the premiere so people are talking about it. It's the Odyssey. People should talk about it because it's the Odyssey and it's Chris Nolan. And I completely understand this standpoint, honestly, because how many influencers, do we know who also won't post a review if they didn't like the movie, and they only write glowing reviews in order to, get a sound clip up or get clipped to be part of like the latest trailer? How many people do we know who really love just going to a premiere and then it's only about the swag they get and the premiere they have? And hey, I'm one of the people who I've absolutely been wined and dined by these things. And it does win you over a little bit. We're like, wow, this is so nice and fancy and everyone's treating me so nicely. And oh my gosh, I get something really cool. Luckily, in my case, the things that Netflix has invited me to, I actually have liked. It's actually been good.
It has been.
But I post about movies that I don't like all the time. I've posted about movies where I'm like, I had to drink heavily to get through this. Dude, you gotta have both.
What makes me laugh is that I've always been as honest as I could be, but I do sometimes get swept up in the hype. I think as I am becoming a little more, it's sad to say this, but cynical in life, I'm actually able to take a deep breath and go, okay, what do you actually think? Put your emotions aside for a second. And what do you actually think? And I got to give myself a little pat on the back that I have been a little more blunt about how I felt about stuff. So I was getting flamed by the Black community on YouTube because I said that RZA's movie One Spoon of Chocolate was not very good. Like it was, and by not very good, that it was bad. I said that I didn't dislike the themes. I thought the themes were spot on. It was dealing with like racism and things like that and calling out stuff that we saw. But it was supposed to be a period piece. Yet we would have cars from today in it. Like everybody would be on a landline and wear outfits of the time. But then I would see like an EV truck drive by. And I was like,
they couldn't be bothered with getting central casting to do that whole car call.
I was literally like, let's do the time warp again. Like what's happening right now? And I just said that I was like, no, this isn't a good movie because there's a lot of inconsistencies. I feel like RZA went backwards as a director. Like and the number of Black people like, yo, you just want to be cool, bro. You don't give no shit about no Black men. I was like, whoa, that's crazy. The fact that even was,
I said, I get that though. I know it's apples and oranges, but when I dislike a female-led or female-directed thing, I get the how can you not support women in this filmmaking process? But if I do support something that is very girl power oriented, well, it's just because you want to support this chick film.
Yeah.
Let me have something.
Get one way or the other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like the fact that, like, again, I was honest about Supergirl. There are things that I liked about it. There's like things that I genuinely like about it, but there are issues. I was honest about Scary Movie. I was like, look, beginning wasn't that great. It was kind of slow. Then there were these things that I was dying laughing at. I may need to go back in an altered mind state and see if I still find this movie funny or not, one way or the other. You know what I mean? And that is what I just need to happen. I need for us to find the true gray of this, because that's where the truth lies. I genuinely think that critics as a whole have lost touch. There is a reason why audience scores and critic scores pretty much never align anymore. They are almost always polar opposite. Either the audience loves it and the critics are like, meh, or the critics are like, this is a critical darling, and they're like, yo, that shit was boring. Like, we need that middle ground. So I do not blame Nolan at all. I do not blame him for being like, nah, we don't need that. We're good on that. It doesn't.
I will say they are doing some like influencer adjacent marketing. Because have you been to City Walk lately?
Yes. No. Recently, not for months. But
okay, I go there all the time.
Okay.
Shout out! There's a Dracula who is at at Universal Studios who will always be like, "What's up, Chris Carr?" And I love him.
You go
I love that guy.
much? Wait. Okay.
No, he knows me from the internet, but
okay.
So he'll come up to me.
Because Chris, I actually just finished writing a sketch about a dude that, like, he just calls in to like order a burger. He's like, "Oh, I'll have my little cheat day, whatever," and they go, "Hey, is this Winston? Yeah, you want the triple double? Blah 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 blah. Oh, and the shake. How did you know it was me, man?" It's like, "Oh no, you're." At this point, we've saved your number in the contacts list. Like, we know exactly who you are, and you know what your big back ass is about to order. So, I thought this is that scenario that you just go to Universal.
I do have
so much.
a bartender at Universal. I do have a go-to bartender. Shout out Nira, what's up? Go to the Hogshead.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she takes care of me. Listen, I like to think of myself as the mayor of Universal. I'm there to make sure that parents have a good time, that kids aren't crying, and that you always have a frosty beverage in your hand. I am the people's princess.
I respect that. I genuinely respect that. That is
great time there. I
impressive.
bring my laptop and that's where I go work. But outside of the City Walk AMC right now is this ridiculous Trojan horse.
Oh.
That's huge. That's very, very cool. And if there aren't men inside it, I'm furious.
You think they're just in there the whole time?
They're just hanging out.
Just in the LA heat, just like, Jesus, thank God this will pay for my health insurance this year.
This is going towards my pension, but God, I'm so sweaty.
Oh my God, this is my last voucher to get into SAG. Jesus Christ, it's hot in here. Smells like horse's ass. Just like,
if a whole bunch of dudes don't just pop out of that horse's butt on opening day, what are we doing?
Literally,
what are we doing?
So you did get to filling the crack. Look at you.
I did.
Look at you. And
that is called a callback, everyone, and that's comedy.
Man, you know, honestly, you were a comedic genius, and I think about it myself.
I wish I knew.
Oh, I see PLD trying to beat me to the punch. Nice try, PLD. No, sir. Quick jaw. But yeah, it's interesting. I don't think that this is necessarily a bad move, but I don't think this is a permanent move. I don't think that this is the right thing to do entirely, because I think you do need the hype one way or the other. I genuinely think we need to find a merger of some sort, because I'm just trying to think about something else recently that okay, Michael, for example. Michael damn near did $1 billion. And the critics really were kind of hard on it. But the funny thing was, the critics that I found that were giving legitimate concerns about parts of the movie, pieces missing, things like that. Like Roca was the first one that I knew that went to go see it. And he said that first. He was like, I am not concerned about the post-80s stuff, but there's a lot of stuff that happened in the timeline that we did see that they just didn't cover. I think that is actually a problem, because it left the movie disjointed at times of like Michael's life. I think that is a more like spot on, nuanced, like whatever kind of conversation that people might be more willing to listen to than just be like, they didn't do all the whatever. And it's like, okay, but do you want to talk about how Jafar did or how Coleman did or things like that? Like there has to be something in between there. So
absolutely. Yeah.
no.
Nuance on the internet? How deliciously absurd.
You ain't never lied, girl. You ain't never lied. Well, let us know what you think. Are you happy they're not doing influencer screenings for the Odyssey? Do you think it's a mistake? Do you think it'll help the box office? Where is your mind at? What would you like to see in the future out of, kind of teases and critiques and whatnot of films? Do you like the idea of merging the two? Should we leave it just to the critics? Should we do away with critics? Let us know what you think one way or the other. And keep sending in those super chats, y'all. Keep sending them in. Again, it is about the dollar bills, y'all, as far as whoever gets the most will win this little game that we got going on. So if you're trying to support myself and Chris and support what we do here, please send those in and we will answer all of your questions and comments at the end. Also, don't let Roka win.
Yeah.
I didn't Roka win last week. Don't let that happen. PLD.
Two in a row? No.
PLD, if you're not going to send them in, do something to help encourage people to send them in. You hate Roka. What? You're just going to let your enemy at the gates? You're going to let that Trojan horse in again, PLD? This is PLD's fault. I'm putting it on him.
Fair.
Let's go to this next story, man. We got to talk about how the DC Studios is making a brilliant move, in my opinion, and that they have announced Absolute Batman, Joker, Laugh Riot, and a Krypto TV show. This is from Comic Movie and Josh Wilding. DC Studios and Warner Brothers Animation had a panel at the 2026 Annecy International Animation Film Festival earlier today and brought some big news to the event. The most noteworthy announcement was an Absolute Batman animated series with comic book writer Scott Snyder serving as showrunner. Artist Nick Dragotta is also involved, I don't know why I said it like that, with its development as a producer, though it's unclear whether the series will be a one-to-one adaptation. Absolute Batman boldly reinvents the Batman mythos for a new generation of fans, reimagining the Dark Knight as a working-class hero up against impossible odds and the most terrifying foes ever, on a mission to prove that even in an era of wealth, power, and corruption, one good person can indeed change the world. No manor, no money, all Batman. When you take away the manor, the money, the advantages, what are you left with is something absolute. We're also getting Joker Laugh Riot from executive producer Jim Krieg and director Yasuhiro Aoki. In the series, which is not set in the DCU, when Batman is murdered, the Joker launches a ruthless crusade through Gotham's underworld to find the killer who took away his greatest adversary. But as his violent quest for answers pushes him closer towards vigilante than villain, Joker is forced to confront the truth that without Batman, he don't know who he really is. After a series of YouTube shorts, Krypto will take center stage in a TV series for kids from executive producer C.H. Greenblatt. When he's not hanging out with Superman or Supergirl, Krypto tags along with a gang of misfit criminal wannabes who live down the block, and they soon discover he's a ball of destructive, lovable energy worse than any of them. As he follows them into misadventures and poorly laid plans, Krypto's pure nature slowly ends up redeeming them, whether they want it or not. Mr. Miracle was also showcased with concept art revealing a first look at Scott Free / Mr. Miracle, Big Barda, Orion, Highfather, Granny Goodness, and Darkseid. The animation style is said to resemble Tom King and Mitch Gerardis' comic and is set in the DCU. The actors who play the animated versions will play them in live action too. Creature Commando Season 2 revealed a first look at the new Task Force M, including Kalis, King, Shark, and Nosferata. The Bride is the new leader, and a focal point will be her contentious dynamic with Nosferata. Which of these DC animated TV shows are you most looking forward to? We want to know. That is the question I'm going to ask my co-host. Absolutely. Which of those animated, we got Absolute Batman, we had Joker Laugh Riot, we had Krypto, and then Creature Commando Season 2 and Mr. Miracle. Which of those are you most excited about, Chris?
I mean, ultimately, I think Absolute is the thing I'm most excited about. Just because, one, I mean, a pretty fresh, relatively new story, 2024. If you guys have not read the absolute versions of these characters, highly, highly recommend. Like Winston already stated, this one is going to have a very blue collar Bruce Wayne. So we strip away all of the privilege of Bruce and see how that leads him down his Batman journey, which is going to be very cool. If you like that kind of what if Elseworlds kind of ideology, the absolute Wonder Woman, she was raised in hell instead of Themyscira. The
Mhm.
absolute Superman, it's what if he wasn't raised by the Kents. It's fantastic. Cannot recommend enough. I will say too, I've had the privilege of reading some sides, and they could have been dummy sides, but I've read some sides for Mr. Miracle.
Mhm.
I've had some clients who've been auditioning for that show, which is very
Mm.
exciting, and they keep getting called in for different characters, so they're booking the room, which is really cool.
Hey, that's what you got to
We
do.
love to see it, but that has been a very funny, smart show, at least from what I've read. So I am
Nice.
pumped about that one as well. My general kind of hurt about all of it, my little Scooby Doo noise of it all, is James Gunn had said previously that everything was always going to be connected and actually be
Mhm.
in the DCU. And
Mhm.
so now that we're deviating from that, I'm not mad about it. I'm
Mhm.
just wondering if that is kind of a course correction that's happening, or if they did just want to tell a whole bunch of other stories and realize that that original game plan wasn't going to work. Uh, it's just a little head scratchy for me. But yeah.
If I had to guess, I think that this is probably a little bit of a pivot, and I think it's okay. What are some properties within DC that are kind of that have been slam dunks? The fact that like the absolute universe has been great as a whole,
Yeah. Eisner
but I
nominations.
think universally everybody has said that Absolute Batman is by far the best thing that's come out of DC comic wise in a long time. There's other good, like obviously Absolute Wonder Woman is great. Absolute Superman is fine. I don't love it. I don't hate it. Like I'm kind of like okay. I love Absolute Martian Manhunter. Um, Flash I'm kind of meh on, but Absolute Batman has been a slam dunk. It's been the thing that has really been talked about the most out of DC for a while. So it actually makes a lot of sense. I get it where you're like, I can't do a full pivot into now this is a part of it because now you're if you weren't doing a multiversal thing, you have opened that door immediately if you say that that's a thing because you're like, well, that can't be our actual Batman. Plus it'd be animated. That's not so they kind of had to do that. So you that's a level of like, hey, we got this house. It's nice. Oh no, the AC unit went out. I can't do it off of the, the set finances we got coming in. I got to drive Uber a little bit on the side. This feels like
Mhm.
I'm driving Uber on the side, and I know that like I'm gonna do it in a neighborhood that like nobody drives. They all get Ubers. That's what this feels like to me. So I don't think it's a bad plan, but I agree with you. It is definitely a pivot, one way or the other. But so good call out on that because I do think that that is something that's vital. But yeah,
I've read
I
that before.
think so. I'm glad to hear that about Mr. Miracle. Are
Yeah.
you excited all about Creature Commandos 2? Did you enjoy the first season?
Oh, I really enjoyed season one. I was not expecting it to be so emotional.
Mm.
I went into that being like, this is gonna be so like funny and weird. And then I cried in so many episodes. How dare you make me feel that way about Weasel? You know? Like
Yeah,
how dare you?
yeah,
So I
yeah.
am
Oh
excited to
man.
see more of that, which I think is great. Laugh Riot sounds really cool too. I love that idea just because, I mean, we have in the Killing Joke that wonderful panel of how there
Mhm.
is no me without you and everything. That's something we've heard, Heath Ledger's Joker talk about too, of like, we're one and the same, we need each other. I love exploring that in a
Mhm.
very Joker centric kind of way. I think that's really, really rad. These are all fun to me. Uh, what is your favorite thing that is coming out of here? And follow up question, because I see people in the chat freaking out. How do you feel that we don't have any Wonder Woman stuff?
It's giving me the same vibes that T'Challa not being around is kind of giving me. It's
Okay.
one thing if
Yeah.
it's like something major happened either with the IP or someone associated with the IP that we just need to take a little bit of a break. I have been on record multiple times with saying I don't think it was a bad idea to not include T'Challa just in the first movie back, but you needed to give an immediate avenue that T'Challa was coming back soon thereafter. I think where they made a problem is it wasn't just he's not going to be in this movie. They pretty much took T'Challa out of virtually everything for a while. and we're only starting to see him kind of come back. Like he showed up in Rivals, and there was something else recent.
What if we've had him in?
What if this week? Jesus, my nerdy behind. I need to go as soon as we're done. I'm going to the card shop. I forgot the Marvel Magic the Gathering release dropped this week. I need to go do that. Oh, my brain's on fire. But there is a line where it's like, this is too much. I kind of feel the same way with Wonder Woman. I think it was fine to be like, we need to put the brakes on this right now. What Patty had as an idea going forward, since we're not using Gal, like all that kind of stuff, we're gonna put that on pause. The fact that there's really been no conversation, no moving of the needle to try and get Wonder Woman back out there is something that I think is a misstep. I think I have said this over and over again. It was a bold swing to go with Supergirl, but to not really establish your Trinity, knowing that is what really kind of sets the stage of stuff, just seems like a misstep to me. Unless you positioned it as chapter 1 is the Kryptonian, and then it's everything Superman for your first trilogy, and you just decided that's what we're doing. Then it's like the Amazonian, and then a trilogy of movies or shows or whatever for Wonder Woman. Then it's like the Billionaire, and then the trilogy of shows for Batman, and then them coming together is what leads to a Justice League. Like if you wanted to do that, sure, but that is not what we were positioned. You know what I mean? So that doesn't feel that way per se. But yeah, what is this? Oh, you're gonna Luke says, Winston, you're gonna love the Marvel Magic the Gathering set. Black Panther is all up in it. Oh my God! I mean, I've been playing Arena. I just didn't go to get cards yet, and I need to do that. That is how I'm gonna treat myself. Because the rest of this money is just going in the savings account for the wedding. That I will treat myself to some Magic cards.
Yay!
But yeah, I think of these. They didn't say it because it's already almost done, but I would say Nightfall. I'm most excited about that. I love that storyline, especially when once Batman's broken, you get Azrael in there. I'm very excited to see that trilogy of animated movies come in, so that'll be fun. But yeah, I think this is all gonna be good. We want to know what you think. Which of these shows are you most excited about? Absolute Batman, Joker, Laugh Riot, Mr. Miracle, Creature Commando Season 2, Krypto. Which one of those is up your alley? Let us know what you are thinking, y'all, and keep sending in those super chats. We will read them. We're about 22 right now. We're at 22, which is a good start. Again, it is ultimately going to be about the monetary side of things. So who knows if all 22 of those are $1,000 super chats, we're gonna win with bells and whistles. But we appreciate any and every support whatsoever for the show. Thank you so much. Let's get to this next story. We got James Gunn's week getting worse as fans roast DC Studios boss for Rick Flagg Sr. mistake. This is Josh Wilding from Comic Book Movie. Despite delivering 3 well-reviewed DC comic adaptations with Creature Commandos, Superman, and Peacemaker Season 2, the internet has a short memory. And James Gunn's ability to lead DC Studios is being questioned after the largely negative response to Supergirl. That's the first DCU project Gunn has neither written nor directed, so it's facing extra scrutiny. Plus, after talking about how DC Studios would never move forward with anything that didn't have an excellent script, and the Superman director called Supergirl's screenplay incredible, his words are coming back to haunt him. As someone who is hugely active on social media, Gunn has opened himself up to being criticized in a way that Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige has cleverly avoided. Remaining a largely elusive figure, Feige stays off the internet and only shows up when it's time to make an impact with a big announcement or hype a new release. Gunn often celebrates character anniversaries on X, Instagram, and Threads. However, in a week where everyone is talking about Supergirl's struggles, he's highlighted one of the DCU's most divisive characters with the wrong information. Rick Flagg Sr., played by Frank Grillo in the DCU, made his first comic book appearance in Post-Crisis on Infinite Earth Continuity in 1987's Secret Origins number 14. Gunn incorrectly pointed to that happening in The Brave and the Bold number 25 in 1959, which is actually where Rick Flagg Jr. first appeared. Mistakes happen. This isn't a big deal. And in Gunn's defense, he may have meant the Rick Flagg character in general, who was obviously retconned into being a senior and junior years later. Still, at a time when he's staying quiet on how Supergirl is faring, Many fans didn't appreciate the error, leading to the DC Studios co-CEO being hit with one of X's dreaded community notes. Rick Flag Sr. is proof that the world is full of metahumans. In a world of metahumans, a determined human can be one of the toughest people in the room, especially when he's played by the one and only Frank Grillo. His first comic appearance in The Brave and the Bold, number 25. Okay, it's a little embarrassing, sure, but it's not the end of the world. Still, this is social media, and many unhappy DC fans took the opportunity to question Gunn's fandom and demand answers on why he's celebrating and prioritizing Rick Flag Sr. over so many DC heavy hitters still missing from the DCU. This person says they are all pissed about Wonder Woman not getting an animated show you promised 3 years ago, and Supergirl's getting roasted in oblivion. Now, blast a post about Rick Flag Sr. being the coolest dude ever. James Gunn got hit with LARP allegations. Okay. CEO of DCU got continuity noted. Laughing my ass off. Gunn is on fraud watch until midnight tomorrow. Bro, who got a community note? Dude got fact checked. James Gunn and DC announcing a show about a goddamn dog before anything Wonder Woman related. She had no idea this was gonna play. They were gonna play in her face. Okay, we don't give a fuck about Rick Flag Sr. or Frank Grillo. Where the F is Wonder Woman? Okay. Let's All right. I have thoughts, but Chris, I talk a lot, so I'm gonna let you go first. What is your thoughts here about this entire kerfuffle and how people responded to it?
You gotta talk a lot, otherwise it's just one of us talking. That's weird. That's weird if only one pundit talks the whole time and we just go, yep, sure. First of all, listen, I live in a glass house, okay? And I don't want people to throw rocks at me because how many times on this show have I said Ric Flair instead of Rick Flag? Woo!
Woo!
Constantly I screw that up, or I'm like, what is wrong with my brain? And every now and then I'll get an issue number wrong or something like that because this is live and I'm trying my best to remember in my mind palace when something came out. So I can give him a little grace here. And I think of all the things that people have done, this isn't the most egregious thing. Now, because you are posting something on Twitter, you could double check your facts. You could double check what you looked up. I do just think his boner for Rick Flag Sr. is kind of weird. I don't know. That's never a character that I've really been super into. But hey, if that's one that he likes, sure. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I will say this much. Frank Grillo is a fantastic actor and he is doing a good job. So what that more feels like in that moment, since it's he obviously got the issues and the dates confused. He was like, hey man, this is a character we've introduced and I really like what he's been doing. I don't see anything wrong with that. I think every single person that is legitimately oh, you dumb needs to go touch grass. Go make a friend, a real one, not a bot, go make a real friend, because it's not, you want to rib a little bit, fine. But come on now. I will say though, I don't hate the criticisms of some people being I know you're not talking about Rick Flag Sr. when I still ain't heard nothing about no Wonder Woman. I don't blame anybody that says that, because that again, we're talking about the DC's Holy Trinity. We're talking about one of the most major superhero characters of all time. You're talking about arguably the biggest female superhero, period. So to that point as well, because I specifically a lot of those I saw. I mean, there were dudes that were complaining about it too, but I saw a lot of women being but where's Wonder Woman? You know what I'm saying? In the same way that there have been people of all ethnicities that were where's T'Challa? But black folk have been yeah, but where's T'Challa at though? You know what I mean? It's the same thing. So I don't blame them for that. But anybody that's legitimately you can't understand it, man. He didn't go, hey man, and as Clark Kent, aka Batman, is fighting his greatest nemesis of all time, Ares. He didn't do that. What? Come on now. Come on now. It's not that serious. And
oh, sorry. Go for it.
No. It's okay. I was just ranting.
No, it's just there is just a weird fixation though on Rick Flag Sr. Did you see the Father's Day post on Instagram?
No. What do you do?
It's a weird, like, let's zoom in on animated Rick Flag Sr.'s doinger. Like, I'm trying to just be as PC as possible. Like, it's just him and his tidy whities, and they just keep shifting the shot over to his peen. And it was just all the comments
This
were like,
is on Instagram?
This is on Instagram on Father's Day, with so many people in the comments being like, DC's wild for this one.
Bro, what?
I don't. Like, what?
That's hold on. Now I have to look this up. This is ridiculous. So you said DC did this on Instagram?
Yes.
Okay.
On Father's Day, on the day of the papa.
On the day of the papa.
They decided, no, we're going to celebrate a daddy.
DC Studios, DC Comics, which one? Do you remember?
Oh gosh, I don't remember which one.
All right, I'm gonna check DC official and see. I mean, they probably post a lot. There's a lot of Supergirl stuff here, so I don't know. I may be here for a while. That says 3 days ago. My God, Father's Day was what, like 2 weeks ago?
It was this past Sunday. So yeah, a week ago.
What? Oh God, yeah. I'm losing track of time. So heavy. I don't like it. I don't like it, Chris.
Are you good?
There's Koi. Hi, buddy. Oh. Oh
my gosh.
Maybe I'll be on this
People
one.
Magazine showing Koi's wedding photos. What?
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. I'm clearly not working hard enough. How do I end up with my wedding photos on People Magazine when it's all said and done?
You're gonna manifest it.
I'm gonna manifest this right now. Why have I gone on a hunt to see a man in his whitey tighties? What is wrong with me? I just realized what I'm doing.
You are doing the hard work for the internet. Okay? Right?
I'm doing this so you can go touch grass. That's what this is. I don't see it.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's fine.
Maybe I took it down. Maybe this is a fever dream of mine. We'll find out. But
was this your
You know me, just daydreaming about animated cock.
I literally was like, are you out here in these streets just like this is
cock?
Yeah, is your heated rivalry fan fiction? Is
just me not doing safe searches on Rick Flag Sr. Rick Flag Sr. animated underwear? Oh man.
I know.
Listen, can a bitch be whimsical, y'all? Can she?
Wait a minute, when did you say that?
I don't even remember what we were talking about. It's something I've screamed at my friends too. Where I'm just like, why can't I be whimsical? Let a bitch be whimsical.
Can a bitch be whimsical? That's amazing.
Guys, we need a merch store, okay? Because we need to have like a Go Make a Friend shirt. We need to have a Can a Bitch Be Whimsical?
And we need this is probably my current favorite is this.
AI sluts. What was
AI sluts, like that's just
AI sluts.
Motherfucking Batman. Good one. We definitely need that one, and it has to specifically be Christian's face frozen mid scream, like right above I'm motherfucking Bat. Either that or Paul Giamatti. Like you got to have one or the other. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So let us know what you're thinking, y'all, about that last story about Gunn and whatnot. I mean, is the internet taking it too far? Is there some actual concern one way or the other? Let us know what you think, and keep sending in those super chats. We've got one more story left, and then we're going to read all of those out. If you want to see the two of us succeed, we would appreciate that, man. All right, here's this last story that we got. Don't expect a Ratatouille sequel. Again, who was asking? Pixar is no stranger to delivering sequels to its past successes, with around half of its films over the past decade tied to earlier ones in some sort of way. That said, there are several that haven't gotten follow-ups, notably A Bug's Life, Up, WALL-E, Brave, and Ratatouille. The latter title was helmed by the Iron Giant director Brad Bird, who himself had no issue with doing a sequel to his other Pixar film, The Incredibles. That said, he has no plans to do one for the Oscar-winning Ratatouille and has clear reasons why. Out promoting his upcoming Netflix Ray Gunn film coming in November, he was asked by Collider if he had any interest in doing a follow-up. He says, "No, I don't. They've made little feints towards that to see how I would react. They're like, crack a joke, but the joke will be a little bit serious, like, would you?" And I'm like, no, we told that story already. anytime you do something that ends up connecting with people, they automatically think, how about another? People have mentioned it about the Iron Giant, which is hilarious to me because the film didn't succeed at all in its initial release. It's caught up in time, but what would you do to follow that up? He's lumbering around, still undiscovered. In other words, to me, that story is told. He says he sees no issue with more The Incredibles films and has penned the third movie with Peter Soren directing this time out. Which Peter Soren is directing this time out. He also explained to IndieWire why he did approach Pixar about doing his sci-fi noir film Ray Gunn, saying, I wanted to go to a slightly different audience, and I wanted there to be a huge amount of overlap. Obviously, the Pixar audience is wide, and I love that, and I love working with Pixar. I wanted to make this a little bit different flavor-wise, and that's why I didn't pitch it at Pixar, because they have their lane, and I can get down with that lane, but I don't see this movie going down that lane. I wanted to aim it to a little bit older. A majority, not majorly older, teenager is fine, but make something a little more adult and major. Ray Gunn is dropping in December. All right, yeah, Chris, your thoughts on no Ratatouille, but I kind of fixate on what he was talking about with just picking a different lane. But
Yeah.
what if in that story kind of sticks out to you a little bit?
I mean, like you, was this something the people were clamoring for? Is this what they all really wanted? And I say this as Amy Newman, my podcast partner over at Two Filthy Casuals. This is her favorite movie of all time. Ratatouille is her favorite movie. She loves it so much. Shameless plug, go listen to her podcast episode about it. She's so passionate about it, and she does such a great job talking about how this is a beautiful movie that talks about how, like, you shouldn't have to, like, be great at something at first. Art is something that you should just dive into because you love it. It's wonderful. So good. It's a great movie. Ratatouille is a phenomenal, phenomenal film. I just don't know why. Well, I do know why we have the knee-jerk reaction to always, like, this did well, let's do it again, because money.
Yeah.
But some stories are one and done. Some stories are best served as the complete meal. You don't need to keep going back. And that's what I feel like this is. And to borrow from the movie itself, I don't want to watch something lesser and have that Ratatouille moment where I think back to the original film and go, oh, that's when I felt good and happy watching this. I want this to stand alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get that. I 100% get that. I think the part that stands out to me, because like at first I was like, who was asking for a Ratatouille 2?
Yeah.
That clearly that's got to be execs just because, money. But I it is what it is. I am more interested in him talking about the idea of just the different lane. I think that is also kind of poignant and I think important. I like seeing creatives flex that creative muscle. I think it is very easy that once you found something that you just kind of stick to that same thing over and over and over again because it's what paid the bills. But I think that I like the fact that Brad Bird was like, I had something that's just a little different, and I really wanted to talk to a slightly older audience. It doesn't mean I'm not going to go back, but like I would like to do something just a baby bit different. I think variety is the spice of life, and you can appreciate somebody's work a little bit more when you get to see what different versions of it look like. Like I think that Ryan Coogler has done great with the Black Panther series, but I am so grateful that he did Sinners. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it's the same thing. I like the idea of seeing people do stuff outside of the thing that they're predominantly known for. Luke said something. He said, I want to nerd out a little. They just dropped a new image for Spider-Man. Ooh, okay. Let's look at the new image for Spider-Man, everybody. Okay. Is he in an Amazon delivery truck vest? Spidey was cold, so he put a vest on. I love it. But him fighting Scorpion, that's really cool.
That's a great shot.
I cannot wait for this film, man. I really feel like this movie is going to be just absolutely fantastic.
I'm so hyped for it. I love his little beanie popping off too.
Oh yeah. No. He gets hit so hard that it knocked his clothes off.
I understand that it's difficult to layer over your spider suit, but vest and hat, I would maybe throw on. I would throw on maybe some little UGG boot situation here, Peter.
I'm
keep those
gonna
tootsies
laugh.
warm.
I'm gonna laugh really hard. I feel like that was a toy move. Like I watched a documentary recently, kind of talking about the evolution of the Batman films, and with Schumacher, they were like, "Yeah, that bat nipple thing. Everybody wants to like put that on me. Is there some of that that's on me? Sure." But they were like, we need you to just like make so many different suits because these are all toys. They're just we're toyifying the hell out of this. I feel like we're gonna get like Winter New Yorker like Spider-Man for sure.
It's
Like
gonna be a hot toy, and I'm gonna have to pre-order it, and I'm not gonna get it for 13 months, and I'm gonna be furious. I still don't have my Peter B. Parker.
Oh, you don't?
Sideshow Collectibles. I'm furious.
Dude, I am looking forward to I guarantee you if it isn't already out, there is a Knicks fan, like the Knicks just won the championship Spidey out there somewhere. I guarantee you someone has put him in the same vest, but it's a Knicks version of it. And he's just the most gooned like dude out here, and not in the gooner kind of way, but he out here with like his Timbs on, just being like, yeah, Knicks in 5. Like, yo, I just But
I'd still buy that one too.
I would buy it. I would 1,000% buy it, bro. Like dead ass, yo, you call it dead ass Spidey. Yo, I wanted dead ass Spidey so bad. Man, I can't wait till we get to the super chats because I have to give a shout out to Ron, man. Ron just did something incredible. We will talk about it momentarily. He just took care of the whole of the audience, or like a large portion of it, at least.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he just took care of like 10% of the audience right now. That was amazing. We will get to that. Before we do the thing, I've been doing this over on Blurreds. I know that like Smets does some game stuff himself. So if I'm biting his style a little bit, I'm gonna take it. But we were just talking about Pixar films, and I realized that Toy Story 5 marked number 30. So I would like to play a game with you, Chris.
Okay.
We're going to play Keep 3, Cut 4 Pixar film/franchises.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna give you blindly. I'm gonna give you 7 in a row, and you get to keep 3 of them and anything associated with it, and you cut the other 4. If you use up all of your keeps, everything else is automatically cut without you knowing what they are. If you use up all your cuts, everything else is automatically keeps without knowing what the rest of them are. So you are running the gambit of, if your favorite one was the last one I was going to say, but you used everything up, then that last thing might be put into something else. So pretty straightforward. Are you ready?
Let's go.
All right. So we are going to start off with a chow. Keep or cut cars.
Cut.
You're cutting cars. Jesus.
GTFO cars.
You don't like cars, man?
No.
That's terrible. Cars.
I know. I mean, namesake and everything.
For real, bro. Like, aren't you making? Oh, I guess you spell it different. I was like, aren't
I
you?
spell it different, and if anything, I'd be like, no, get out of here. I like Christine more.
You didn't see that coming.
Shut up! Fair. Okay, so we have cut cars. Up next, Eva and Wally. Keeping Wally. Okay. I don't disagree with that. I think that is actually a very solid choice. Wally is one of my absolute favorites.
So good.
The cannibalism and all. Monsters Inc., the Monsters franchise.
Ooh. Oh, shoot. Because it's really good, but there are other ones that I definitely want to keep. So. Cut.
You're cutting Monsters Inc.
I'm
Interesting.
Monsters, Inc. Oh.
That's bait.
That's bait. That's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I needed one more. Okay, then we'll do this. Okay, up next, we were just talking about this director a second ago, The Incredibles.
Keep. It's what my college senior thesis was on.
Okay, you're keeping
I love that
The
movie.
Incredibles. Okay, great. So far, so good. You have kept 2. If you keep another franchise, you are done, and you cut everything after it. Just keep that in mind.
Ooh.
Up next, Finding Nemo.
Oh. first one is great, but then there's Finding Dory, which I don't think is as good. So we're gonna cut Nemo. We're gonna catch and release.
Okay.
Go back
We're
to
gonna
the
catch and
ocean.
release. It's sport fishing. Got it. Okay. All right. Well, you officially have one left. So whatever you do, the other one that is on the list is Dunzo. So just keep that in mind. Inside Out.
Cut it.
You're cutting it.
Get the fuck out!
Okay.
It's a really good movie, and the sequel's so good too.
No, it is. It is a good movie, and the sequel is very good. But I think that was the right move, because by cutting Inside Out, we're going to go through your list again. You kept WALL-E, you kept The Incredibles. Sorry, I should do the other way around. You cut Cars, you cut Monsters Inc., you cut Finding Nemo, you cut Inside Out, you kept WALL-E, you kept The Incredibles, and in a very bold move, I think you made the right decision. You ended up keeping Toy Story.
Okay, there we go.
Because that could have definitely gone the wrong way. If I feel like if you had done, I would be so curious to see how your face would have been if you were like, I just cut the 5 Toy Story film. Oh my goodness.
I would have screamed no like Buddy the Elf.
Yeah.
I would have lost my mind.
Yeah.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Oh yeah, that would be me.
Well
Because
done.
1 through 3 of those movies, masterpieces. Oh, Incredibles 2 wasn't very good, but Incredibles 1.
I enjoyed it.
Good.
I enjoyed
It's fine.
Yeah. No. I certainly enjoyed it. There were things that could have been done better, but it was good.
Yeah.
But yeah, well done. Let us know what y'all thought of Chris's choices. Do you think that she did that correctly, or you think she is out of her mind? That's a
PLD
perfect
is
thing.
furious with me.
Oh, is he? Oh Lord. Yeah. Well, he should be so mad that he should personally send in super chats to stick it to Roka, because Roka loves you more than anything. So that
man, I ain't going nowhere.
I'm gonna come in and say, I gotta come in and say, I have done so already, because you know what? Roka is already losing this week. I'm not gonna lie, he's already losing, but Roka is always losing. What I want is for Roka to finish dead last. So everybody,
That's funny.
Let PLD's hate flow through you and your wallets.
I fully agree with that. And let us know, man, if you enjoyed that. If that, I know that Smets does his own version of games. I haven't watched all the shows, but I've heard about it. But let us know if you enjoyed that, man, and what your list is. What are you you got the advantage. You got the advantage of being able to hear all 7. But let us know what are you keeping and what are you cutting of that list. But let's get to these super chats. Keep sending them in. We appreciate any and all of the support so much. Before we get to those, we had 2 that got messed up. Let's do those first. Were there we go. Let me make this full screen so I can read it. Semi, happy Friday. Questions for you. Would you rather be in an Oscar-winning movie but have 5 scenes, or be in a Razzie-winning movie and have more than 10? Oh, bro,
Oscar.
Give me the Oscar with the 5. That's
Oscar.
I get to say. Now, here's my question: is it Oscar-winning like Suicide Squad and the costumes one, or because that technically also won a Razzie? So let's keep it a buck here, or is this like a I was nominated, or like it won Best Picture? I'm very curious what realm that's in, but I would say the Oscar one for sure.
Also, my chance of being in a Razzie nominated film is so high.
So high.
It is so high right now.
So high.
So give me the Oscars one.
Chris,
can a bitch be in a prestige film? Okay.
Chris, I'm so concerned because the film that I shot last year, there have been a lot of like post-production delays and all that kind of stuff. But I was talking to a buddy of mine who was also on it, and he was like, "Bro, we're gonna need to get real drunk when this movie come out." And I was like, "Oh no!" So there is a high probability that I have 5 scenes in a Razzie. So we will see how that plays out. Was that the only one that was there's the other one. Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
Sorry, I gotta wait for Super Smart 1256. Please check out the 6 Minutes podcast. Okay. 6 minutes. The 6 Minutes pocket. The 6 minutes.
I feel like this has been recommended to us. I'm so bad about listening to podcasts now that I don't have a commute.
I am too. You don't have a what?
Commute.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just in this room all day, every day, unless I'm going to somebody else's booth.
Yo, the tagline for 6 minutes, I guess it's like a show, is before she was a girl, she was a weapon. 6 minutes. Discover the most downloaded family audio drama in history. 11-year-old Holiday is pulled from the icy waters of Alaska with no memory of who she is or where she comes from. And when she begins to develop incredible abilities, she'll soon learn she's not alone in the world. From Peabody Award-winning Gen Z media creators of The Unexplainable Disappearance of Mars Patel and The Big Fib, 6 Minutes is a thrilling adventure for the whole family.
Ooh.
Yo, we should listen to it and then get you on season 6 because they are apparently on season 5. This has been very
yes, please.
successful. No, let's do that. Okay, well, thank you for the recommendation. Appreciate that. But let's do it with the ones that are coming in this way. Ryan in Bytown 753. How does Skydance restructure DC Studios? I got confused for a second. And I saw Skydance and forgot that is what the Ellison zone. And I was like, Skybound isn't getting DC Studios.
Yeah.
That
I keep doing that too, though, honestly, where I'm like, it's so weird that they have them. No.
Yeah. That's a good question, Chris.
I'm not even sure. Genuinely, I'm not even sure.
Yeah.
Because everything's so messy with these mergers. Everything is really, really messy. And there's going to be redundancies within these two companies too. So my hope is that you will get to keep as many people as you can. Frankly, that's my big thing. And I know that's not what you're asking. I know that is not a business forward answer. This is why I'm not a good executive, because I'm people first. And I get so heartbroken when these mergers go through because of all of the layoffs and everything. So my hope is that they're able to just kind of like Pawnee merger this. We have Eagleton and Pawnee people all still there, all still keeping their jobs, and everyone's living copacetically.
What a fantastic poll. That was a good one. That was good. I like that. I like that a lot.
Do you have an actual restructuring notion here?
Not really, because I in all honesty, I would say you don't do anything to reset this universe until we get the Trinity. I know I keep harping on that, but like, you have not fully flushed this out yet, because someone brought up a good point with like the MCU, for example, that Iron Man did really well. Hulk didn't do so well. Iron Man 2 did well. Even though it was, kind of panned a little bit, it made money. Thor did well. Captain America did well. Avengers did gangbusters. So like, you just have to be a little bit patient. You have gotten essentially you introduced more than 2 characters, but you've gotten 2 characters so far. You've gotten 2 films. I think we need to at least see what is going to happen with Wonder Woman and Batman. And if it just is not a vibe, then we can have a conversation. But what if the Batman that they have lined up is the greatest Batman we've ever seen? What if Arjona is Wonder Woman and she absolutely crushes? Like, we just need to give it a little breathing room. Even if Supergirl doesn't perform, we still just need to like really see the world flushed out before we hit the reset button. Because that's the thing. Were there people that wanted more out of Zack Snyder? Sure, but we got his universe one way or the other. I believe there were 50, was it all the way up to 15 films? Was it? I don't remember what the final count was. Let's see. How many movies were in the DCEU? No, God, not the DCU. This is why I hate AI, man. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. When it was all said and done and you got to Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, I just said 17, right?
Yeah.
So there you go. You had time to let that flush out. And I think they didn't really start talking about a reset until you got to about the pandemic and you got Zack Snyder's version of the Justice League and the Suicide Squad. That's because then you had Black Adam and the push of like, oh, Black Adam. So you gave it time to breathe. It just needs time to breathe, I think. All right, Mike Joyce. I guess Roka was right about James Gunn. Yeah, Roka. I love Roka. Roka, my boy.
Fuck off.
PLD, relax, kid. Maybe you need to go touch grass, sir. This rivalry is dangerous. All right. Oh, what if
I don't know the origins of it? I'm always so confused by it because
I don't
John
either.
seems so sweet.
He just hates Roka. I don't. Maybe PLD wants to explain it. I don't know why they hate each other so much. But to me, it does feel like the heated rivalry thing. I feel like in secret they are like I wish I knew how to quit you somewhere, and we did. Yes, exactly.
That's bait.
That's bait. Yeah, no, absolutely.
No, you just gotta put master before it, and then, yeah.
You smart. You smart as hell. Space Cowboy Chris 2070. I think Pattinson can work in DCU since the tone from Clayface trailer felt like the Batman. Still unemployed, sadly. Thank you, Chris, for the job sites you recommended. Any tips on getting hired when you have little experience?
Oh man. Okay, Chris, you just got to remember that there are so many other people who are applying for things who are less qualified than you, and they are doing it with so much gusto. They're going, I don't give a shit that I don't have any of these qualifications. I'm going to apply anyway. So what we're going to do is, first of all, we are never going to use AI to do our resume or cover letter. Don't do that. A lot of employers do scans to check for AI, and also just it's trash. Don't do that. Go through the job you're applying for, find those keywords, look for what they're looking for, what your tasks are going to be, and make sure in your cover letter you highlight similar experiences. They don't have to be apples to apples. It can be oh, well, you're looking for somebody who has a sales background in this kind of thing. Well, I've done so much customer service oriented work before and was known for really working with people face to face in such a great way. And we're going to just take your skill set and match it up to the job that you're applying for. All right. You just got to look good on paper, kid. All right. And then you're going to wow them with your personality, and it's going to be a delight.
Life coach Chris in the building. Come on now. Yeah, no, I think Pattinson can work too, just for the
Sure.
front half of that, since she handled the important part. Yeah, if Clayface plays out the way that it does, then yeah, I think that's always a possibility. So we will have to see. Armada, Hee Haw Friday. Is there a Hee Haw that I don't know about?
It's because of Mike trying to do Creed, but doing Pearl Jam.
I forgot about. Honestly, I don't understand how with Mike's antics that Jen isn't able
DJ,
to.
you want to buy a girl some new boobs?
Like real talk, man. Like that. His quotables, bro. This show should be the #1
They're
show on
so
YouTube.
good.
At this point.
Gotta milk that teat. Gotta milk that teat.
100%.
No.
That's more merch.
More merch. More merch indeed. Ron, thrusting into media with BBC featuring Ebony and Ivory. Oh my God, what a great Friday treat. A BBC fucking with Supergirl, or is BBC only a half-mast? That's a great question. As we mentioned earlier, Chris hasn't seen it yet.
By default, are we at half-mast?
Technically, well, no, because that would then imply that I was at 100% because you're technically at 0. So then because I gave it a 6 out of 10, which sounds like a lot, but if you are looking at grades, that's still a D. That's still that's a D. So like technically 60%, if this is 50%, 60% is here, but then it's half of that. So we're about here.
Cock? Yeah.
We're at about a 30-degree angle.
We're slightly limp.
You know, we were like, okay. You have to do a little bit more. What oh no, what did he say?
Need some hymns.
Cock?
And that is why sponsors love us.
That is exactly why. We're never going to be allowed to do the show together ever again. I swear to God. Tim Sim. So this is another case of not faithfully and respectfully adapting the source material. In this case, the specific comic storyline. Really huge bummer, especially knowing that in the WB sphere, House of the Dragon is not adapted faithfully. See, I didn't know that just because I don't follow Game of Thrones like that. And like, yeah, they adapted a lot. and they did it as like pretty closely, but there are just things that they changed, and whether you did that because of movie reasons or whatever reason you did that, it's the actor's not going to play that small ass little role or something like that. It depends on what kind of did that. There's that. It just, I don't mind when you take liberties. However, I need them to work. You know what I'm saying? If it doesn't work, then I'm going to judge you for like, it was right there. But like, if it works, then it is what it is. Cause like, I'm trying to think like an MCU equivalent where they did just make they took a pivot. But it worked. Even the team that was selected for the Guardians of the Galaxy, that was not the roster of what it was. They were like, too many members, can't really deal with all that. These are probably the least esoteric, which is funny because one of them is a talking raccoon and one's a tree. But this is a concise enough group that we're going to make this work. But you then didn't include Adam Warlock. You did that way later. You didn't include like Drax's powers were different. Yes. You know, so you made adjustments one way or the other. So I don't have a problem with that, but it needs to work. That is the thing. Ant Colston, Captain Marvel, The Marvels, Snow White, Little Mermaid, now Supergirl. Every time a female-led movie starts some incel war, the woman the internet hated was the best part, while the rest was meh. Yeah, because I mean, I would agree that that I didn't see Snow White, so I can't speak on that. But I thought the leads in all of these crushed. It wasn't the issue. And I even think, because Woman of Tomorrow, I think like the conversations that are had, and they really focus on I can't remember if it's in Woman of Tomorrow, so I don't want to say it out loud, but they focus on an element that would get Supergirl and Ruthie to really be amped up specifically. I'll need to reread it, but when I next see you, you can correct me if that was in the comic or not, if I haven't reread it or anything. But
yeah, and just as a reminder, everyone too, hate is always much louder on the internet.
That's also
it's
true.
Always much louder, and so a lot of these people who are spending their time just trying to absolutely like obliterate a woman online, it's all they're doing. It's all they're spending their time on. And happy, well-adjusted people are going outside and interacting with other humans in real life. So it's usually a very imbalanced kind of metric for how people actually feel. It's kind of like Yelp. Most people don't write good reviews,
That's also very true. Which reminds me, I actually need to go and write a good review. I have officially y'all, I have officially lost over 50 pounds in the last year.
That's amazing.
Which has been really, really cool.
Yes! Hell yeah! Hey, come on, baby! Come on! Yes! Come on! Ah! Yes! Yes!
Yeah, it's been very emotional for me, and I've always hated going clothes shopping because I've been a big boy for like a long time. It's very fun, like since childhood. It's funny seeing it in a different lens, where I thought I was so big back then, and I really wasn't until I really see what I got to. But I went clothes shopping for the first time in a long time yesterday, outside of the random graphic tee, and it was a very cathartic experience to finally have a positive thought with buying clothes. I say that my little ADHD brain tangent because the gentleman that was there that helped me out was super, super nice and very knowledgeable, and went through a similar journey himself. So had his own level of like, let me help you reframe clothes. So I am a big believer in sending positive reviews to people in customer service when they do a good job. So
there he is. There's my guy.
And so I need to let me make a little note here. Chris, read this one while I write a note.
Absolutely. At Ron H. Oops, that was 3 questions. That's okay.
That's
all right.
Hey, I appreciate
Listen,
it. Keep sending in more.
All of us here are pretty, and we don't need to know math.
Exactly. Math is not important.
That's what my mom always says.
Do this one too while I write this.
At Mike Joyce. Hey, Mike, do you think they could fold the Batman into DCU? I feel like they could. We've talked about this ad nauseum. It's just tonally right now, they're very, very different. Could you make that tone shift so that they all could come together in a movie that kind of splits the difference? Surely you could. It's just what I've brought up before, and I don't know if you feel this way too, Winston. is Batman right now is very gritty 7 Fincher, and no one is super powered. And that could be fine for Gotham, or we could slowly start introducing metas, or that's just how Gotham is. And then outside of the city is where all of the supers and metas end up going. But that's the only like really big disconnect for me, aside from the tone, is just the way powers and characters have worked thus far. And I know that's only one movie though, so that's pretty easy to correct or change, I should say.
Absolutely. He just hasn't seen anything like that before. So
Yeah.
I would say it would behoove them to put a powered individual in the Batman 2. And it doesn't have to be crazy over the top, but it needs to be, if you're going to merge those worlds, it needs to be there enough that we can understand that maybe Batman at first is like, what the hell am I dealing with? But he figures it out because if you're going to interact with Superman, you're talking about the most meta that ever meta. So like, you need to be able to do that for sure.
Just the pussy I've been looking for.
Jesus.
Christ.
Captain Wee Wee 5847 says Norway versus France. Who you got? U.S. team looks good. Yeah, I'm rocking my my World Cup shirt today. Tough loss yesterday, but they didn't need it. The U.S. didn't need it. It was more for a mentality. It was time to give our starters a break. But Norway versus France. I got France. Mbappe is a monster. I think Mbappe is gonna take them over. Though, is the game going right now? Like I believe it might be happening as we speak.
I
and if
love
that's
you that you asked that. Like I would have an answer for you.
maybe you would. Maybe I don't know. I like to assume that you know everything, Chris. That is how I just interpret things. Oh,
Thanks.
they start at noon. Great,
Okay.
perfect. So the show will be long over. I'll have plenty of time to go get all the beers because I'm so excited. This is the first Friday where I have nothing else to do today. When this show is over, I don't have therapy. I don't have work. I don't have to drive to Anaheim. I just get to get drunk and watch the World Cup. And I feel horrible. My fiance was going to go see Toy Story 5 yesterday with one of her best friends. There was an issue because of the World Cup game. She wasn't able to get to the theater. So we're going to go on, even though I've already seen it, we're going to go on a date together to go see Toy Story. So I won't get super drunk yet. We'll go see Toy Story first. And then I'm going to get so loaded and watch football. I cannot wait.
Las dos.
Yeah, why not both indeed? Ooh, maybe I bring in a drink to Toy Story. Yeah. Okay.
Now we're cooking with gasoline.
Yeah, keep sending those super chats, y'all. Thank you so much. Ron H. Hey, y'all. Causing mischief in and around Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Y'all, you all need to visit, and of course, visit my town, Montreal, Quebec, Canada.
I would
I'm
love
down.
to go to Canada. I've
I would
never
too.
been.
I have been once. We went. My sisters are from Detroit, and we popped over to the casino one time when we were trying to kill time. So like, oh, you want to go? Yeah, I was like, hell yeah. So that was my only time to Canada, is spending my money on a slot machine. Ron H. Here's my usual plug for Hollyweed. Watch it, fools. It's only 30 minutes. I like it a lot. I'm a lot like Pete. I've said it before. I am the Pete. Pothead Pete. I still have the tab open for it right here on my computer. I just haven't hit play. I apologize. I will make you this promise, Ron H., especially because of the huge thing that we're going to get to in a minute here.
Yeah.
I will watch it since I have nothing else to do today. When we wrap up, that'll be the first thing I do before I go have my before I go watch Norway, France.
Ron H., I need to know so I can time this well. Is this something that I watch once an edible hits?
Oh, that's a great question.
I need
That's a
to
great
know.
question.
All right.
Yeah. If that's the case, then I might have to watch this another time because I got to drive us. But
Because I can watch this then tonight before I go to bed. Because
fair.
that
That's
is
totally fair.
when you're almost 40 and you take 5 milligrams to sleep. It's fun.
Oh yeah.
It's fun being old, you guys.
Hey man, the backs be hurting. Mark Jason Ali with a very generous super chat. Thank you so much. I thought Supergirl was excellent for the most part. Sure, Crum's fate was kind of telegraphed as soon as he shot Krypto, so that hurt the stakes. But on the whole, I enjoyed the ride. DC needs to stay the course this time. Millie, Eve, and Momoa are excellent. I thought that Millie and Eve were fantastic. I thought Jason it depends on what you're talking about. Some of the time I thought he was spot on, and some of the times I thought he was phoning it in, or maybe he was given a bad note. I have such a strong idea of Lobo from the comics, a strong idea of Lobo from Superman the Animated Series and Justice League and all that. Like I'm sure you remember the episode of Justice League when Superman accidentally gets warped into the future by Toyman. So then Lobo's like, hey, the main man is gonna be your new main man. Like that whole, I have that in my head, and I have Young Justice. So the more so he's less Deadpool and more like, I'm gonna murk everybody and get this bounty. There are moments where Jason does this, but there are definitely moments where I was like, I would love for you to turn it up a little bit. So that was my only thing with Lobo. But I'm glad you loved it. That is what is important. I hope more people feel that way, and that this movie does gangbusters. That nothing would make my heart happier, honestly. Tim Sim, if there's one thing that speaks out loud, it's clear that when something is adapted faithfully, everyone wins. Case in point, within the WB sphere, HBO's A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Still haven't seen that. Everybody said that was very good.
It's so good. It's so nice to have just anyone in Westeros that you go, oh, you're a good person. You're a good person who has morals and a backbone and not out for yourself. It's so refreshing. That actor who plays Dunk is wonderful. The kid who plays Egg is a freaking treasure. I think you would adore it.
Yeah.
No incest
I'll
so
check it
far,
out.
really. So that's cool.
Hey, that's a great improvement for sure.
Big win in Westeros.
Right. KCG saw Obsession last night. Sorry to say, but did anybody else get the urge to yell, hey, dog, control your bitch? I just put it in the voice that I assumed Casey wanted me to read it in. I assumed that Casey was looking for that specifically. If I did that wrong, Casey, and if there's a different way you would like me to say that, you let me know. And at times,
Casey, were you hoping I'd read it?
Okay, well, now it's your turn. Go for it.
Dog, control your bitch. That's how I would do it.
Fair. That's totally fair. I really enjoyed that movie. I was less thinking that, and I was more like, hey, dog, you know you don't fucked up, right? Like the whole time, I'm just like, you should have never. You were real thirsty, bro, and this is backfired in your face completely. But yeah, Ron Buck, catching Supergirl on my breaks at the moment, and enjoying my little 30-minute episodes. Word. Appreciate that. Ron H, if any of you guys win the Super Bowl jackpot, is the Powerball big right now?
Is it?
I don't know.
Should we play?
I mean, my whole rule is if it hits $500 million, so I'm not just spending money every single week. If it hits $500 million, then I start playing. But it hasn't hit that in a while, which is good. Again, I don't want to play every single day. But anyways, if you win the Super Bowl jackpot, maybe it's Super Bowl in Canada, move everything and everyone up to Canada where the healthcare won't bankrupt you, guns are less plentiful, and the weed abounds. Come on up, y'all, please. Aww. I mean, look, man, why not?
That sounds like a goddamn utopia.
Chris, you know what the Powerball jackpot is for us? Is just getting a series regular on a show that just shoots in Vancouver, and then we're just in Canada.
To not be cut from a television show, what a dream! What a dream!
What a wet dream.
Oh
Ron H comes in again. I see you, POD. I see you. We be filling cracks all the time. We see them cracks. We just got to fill them. We feel them hard. We feel them good. We feel them completely with the BBC featuring Ebony and Ivory. What you know about that?
You disgust me. Go on.
JC comes in. JC33. Movie fight. Who wins? The Bride from Kill Bill or Zazie Beetz from They Will Kill You? Thank you for discussing. That's a great question. As much as I would love to say Zazie, because I really liked what she did in They Will Kill You. Come on now. The Bride is a trained assassin.
Yeah.
That went through the crazy 88. Like there is a great Crazy 88's montage in They Will Kill You. But like, and I get that Zazie was also dealing with immortal beings. So that's also something that you have to give her credit for. But I gotta go with the trained assassin. What about you?
Yeah, They Will Kill You is in my queue right now.
Watch it immediately.
Because I didn't see it.
Watch
I'm
watch
very
it
excited
immediately.
about it.
It is one of my top movies of the year so far.
Oh, dang, okay. I
It
love
is,
her.
Yeah, I will say this. It is okay. I have mine broken up into 5 tiers. I have great, good, okay, bad, and awful movies. It technically is in the good category, as far as that goes. But it is very good. It is very, very good. So I would definitely say watch that as soon as you can.
Control your bitch.
I feel.
Oh, contextually, people are gonna think that I'm being such an asshole.
Oh, all right. Well,
Oh,
then that's fine. PLD, cut one of me too. Cut one of me.
Put them together.
Put them together, like just side by side. Ooh, run them at the same time. You know what? PLD, do me a favor. Time code it. I will edit together later, unless you want to pop open Premiere. I will edit together us saying it together, side by
Aw.
side.
I
And
don't
then
want people to think I'm talking about Kristen. I don't want.
No.
She's
loves
so
you. She
nice.
talks about you all the time.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
her.
That's okay. No. You're good.
Okay.
Ron H. James' communication with the fan base is definitely his Achilles heel. He needs to put that part of his process more to the side. Let Gunn. The funny thing is, I don't necessarily have a problem with it. I think what I was more concerned about was just the idea of him falling more into, Feige is a producer, being more of a studio head producer in that regard, and not feeling the need to direct every single project that was coming out, because so far this is the first one that was not him. Like, he's just a producer on it. Because what he did Superman, he did Creature Commandos, he did Peacemaker, he's already doing Man of Tomorrow. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
we'll see.
I feel like he just needs to pick his battles and pick when he's talking on Twitter.
Mhm.
Leave the Twitter wars to Mike Kalinowski, okay, James? And then you just pop in when you have something that you know is correct and what you want to say.
Damn. Rob Buck. The man is human. He's expected to keep the entire DC multiverse in his brain, something that's never even been expected by their own writers. I would even go so far as to say that I'm sure Feige has screwed some stuff up before.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I think that's the only thing where, if you are that public all the time, you open yourself up for more scrutiny. That's the only thing I would say. But otherwise, yeah, I
Also,
agree.
Rob, way to slyly drag their writers in this comment. That's beautiful.
I didn't even catch that. That was, media literacy is dead. I just Johnny Petrisa. Winston, are you into the Dragon Ball Z trading card game?
Is he?
The actual answer to that, why that is specifically sitting here, is I just got like the rest of my stuff from my childhood stuff from my parents. So I got all of my Dragon Ball cards. I got the rest of my Magic cards. Bro, I got my Pokemon cards, and I started I don't play Pokemon at all anymore, but I started doing like an evaluation. Chris, I may be able to pay for this wedding with my Pokemon cards.
I am trying so hard to make Logan do it. He still has his full binder.
He look it up. I legitimately, like, the first card I scanned is worth $600.
Jesus Christ. Okay. See, and I know he loves them. And he collects them. But he did catch them all. And I just, we're still paying off medical debt, man. Like, get rid of a shiny Pikachu. I don't know what the fuck you need to do.
Like, bro, I have a shiny, pristine, still in its thing, a Jolteon, $600.
Okay.
So
yeah.
I haven't sold it yet. I need to finish cataloging everything first. I'm a little nervous because the way my parents just threw it in a box, I'm like, oh god, that one's just slightly bent. Fuck.
Oh my god.
But we'll see. Sell now before Pokemon crashes in 2 years. No, you're right. I mean, it's something that I need to do like now. The plan is in the next month or so. But yeah,
we were talking about this yesterday. My parents, they didn't ship. Like, I asked them to ship my stuff for years. It was like, I'll pay for it. You got to just put it in a box and send it to me. It's in storage in your house. And they're like, yeah, we'll get to it. Their house flooded in one of the hurricanes. And I could tell my mom was just like, well, you already have so many books. So like so much of my nerd paraphernalia, so many of my comics, like all kinds of stuff, my X-Men trading cards, like all that shit gone.
Bro, I said that the card was 600. I said, bro, that's insane. Pardon? Like all of a sudden everybody's like, do I still have my fucking Pokemon card?
Yeah. I was a dumbass and saved my Beanie Babies. Those were pristine. Those haven't made me any money.
Okay, we got to keep it moving. I just realized what time it is. Ron H, touch grass, but the internet feels so real. It does sometimes.
Parasocial relationships, yay!
Hurrah. PLD, I almost posted this super chat with Kristian's account. Think he'd notice. I think I still have access to Action Industries. I could also make a Ben and Guy support. He'd also want to beat Roka. That's
Oh
funny.
no! Oh wait! Oh! Oh no! Oh wait! Oh! Oh no! Oh wait! Oh! Oh no! Oh wait! Oh!
Why do you have it on repeat? Do you watch that before bed? Like I put on like Fresh Prince. I'm sure Chris puts on like maybe New Girl or Friends. Do you put on Guy tackling Roka in PLD to go to sleep?
You disgust me. Go on.
Yoshimitsu, Ratatouille is my Pixar top 3, but even I don't want a sequel. It was perfect. Simple story with a perfect conclusion. Yeah. Not everything needs it. This is what I have to give Ron a massive thank you for. He gifted
insane
50 memberships. That legitimately may put us over. I don't know. I don't know what that calculates out to. So we'll see what happens. But then he goes, shit, I did everything by mistake. LOL. Yeah.
Too late.
Thanks. No takesy backsies. Go pal. They have to do Spidey in his suit with a Knicks jersey like Mayor Madonna. I would love. Nothing would make me happy. I know the movie is already done, cut. They're doing. Nothing would make me happier if they do one more reshoot where they just send Spidey to New York, to like actual New York, to go hang with Madonna just for like a one scene and just somehow throw it in there real quick. That would be amazing.
I'd love it.
Yeah.
I'd love it.
Yoshimitsu comes back. Easy. Keep Wally, Ratatouille, and Coco. Fair. I didn't name half of those movies, but fair. That's 2/3 of those movies. Confessor T, happy Friday from one whimsical bee to another.
Oh, happy Friday.
Yeah. Johnny coming back. Have you seen the One Piece remake trailer? I did. I actually will probably watch it because I also heard they're cutting a lot of the filler out of that, aren't they?
Yes, yeah. So it's going to be a condensed version of it because
I
I mean,
am down.
you can't finish this show in your lifetime if you have not watched it. So
I could at the rate that I watch stuff. And the sad thing is, the rate that I watch stuff, I would probably have it done within a calendar year, but I just don't wanna.
Yeah.
You know, I because I already, as a whole, I'm not a big pirates person. I don't like pirates as a concept. I've always, when they always did the ninjas versus pirates, I was always ninjas. So it's one of the, so Naruto was an easy ask for me.
Oh, sure.
But I also started that, you know, when I was younger. So, but yeah, I would watch this remake, and I still need to do the live action, so I'm going to do that too. The G-Man, hi, I still trust Gunn. Finally saw Project Hail Mary last week. Great movie. Gosling gets another Oscar nom. I think he will. And that is in my, I guess my A tier of movies right now for the year is Project Hail Mary. But I still trust Gunn too. I think it's too early to throw it out. Chris, Project Hail Mary.
Oh, I loved it. It's probably my favorite movie of the year. And then like
Nice.
Sheep Detectives is probably right under it. I loved it so much. I cried so hard. I feel like the takeaway from me on any show is like, Chris cries at everything?
Go, pal. Come on, Wilson. How are you counting all those DCU movies without singing the song from Sesame Street? Was there a song for counting in Sesame Street? I don't remember.
Aside from the Count just doing his one. Is there
Oh, Luke just said, I just reacted to Sheep Detectives on our channel and I cried. Oh,
it's so good, Luke.
all right. I will watch Sheep Detectives. Fine.
Oh, also Luke, Dr. Stone, hell yeah. I fucking love that anime. Oh,
Dr. Stone's very good. Very, very, very,
so
very,
fun.
very good. Derek Johnson coming in. What up, Derek? Peacemaker, Superman, Supergirl, and Creature Commandos. How many more should we wait before the universe clicks? I feel like people aren't being critical in a realistic way here. I guess my question is, are you then saying that you think all 4 of those are bad? Because by my count, that's one that like is looking like it's going to be bad and or a failure. And then Peacemaker, I think what the issue that people have with Peacemaker is that they were fine with it, and then it just seemed to just out of nowhere kind of end. So there's not enough evidence for me to go, this is trash, be done with it. This is more of like a Supergirl is on some choppy waters here. What's next? You know what I mean? I don't know. What did PLD just say? My bad. I don't have the private chat open.
Season 2 was not fully loved. I loved it.
Yeah.
That's
It was.
PLD.
Yeah. And that was the thing. I was on board until the end. The end kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I would have to go back and look at my videos to see specifically how I felt about it, because I've long since forgotten season 2 at this point. Other than him clearly not realizing that he was in Nazi world, because I thought that was hilarious. That Hardcore comes in and goes, "You didn't notice there wasn't a single black person anywhere." Sammy, PLD and Roku represents the best of Pride Month. Slay. Clock it. Go pal. You remember 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I believe the Pointer Sisters are saying. I don't. I'm sure if I heard it, I would remember it, but I don't. Oh no. I just hear the count in my head whenever 1, 2, 3, 17 DCEU films. Dirk Johnson, if these DC movies existed in a vacuum, I'd take my time with evaluating it, but there has been a decade of this genre to this point, both good and bad. The last 2 movies had mediocre scripts at best, and he signed off on them. See, I just disagree that Superman was a mediocre script. I have issues. I go back to, I think you made an ensemble movie, but you didn't really focus on a lot of people in the ensemble. Like, I didn't need every single Daily Planet person to kind of be brought into the fold and everything else like that. There were things I would love to succinctly look at more, a little bit more, but I don't think that was a bad script, or even mediocre. I thought it was a good script. It could always be better, but I thought it was good. This is where I'm kind of like, I mean, Chris.
Yeah, I mean, I loved Superman. I really, really loved it. But also that's because it's the kind of movie that really vibes with me as somebody who is trying to move through the world in a very joyous, maybe being kind is the punk rock thing to do person. So it just spoke to me on like a cellular level. And I've also really vibed with some of the animated things like Creature Commandos and stuff. So I think this does come to personal taste as well. And again, I haven't seen Supergirl, so I can't weigh in fully yet.
I would love to rehab this conversation after you see it and see if you loved it, if you hated it, if you were in between. I'm very curious. Go pal. Maybe only Gen Xers have imprinted on our DNA. Potentially. I watched a lot of Sesame Street, but there are other Sesame Street memories I have. Then I don't remember that song, unfortunately. Yoshimitsu, just for some positivity, do people have favorite recent female-led movies? Mine is Everything Everywhere All at Once. I think that one was great.
That's a great one.
Is God Is. I cannot speak higher of that. That movie will end on my top 10 for this year. Who knows in what position, if it even cracks the top 5. It is fantastic. It is absolutely fantastic, and I highly suggest that people go see Is God Is, or watch it on streaming and whatnot. What about you?
I'm trying to think right now. I'm trying to think of something off the top of my head. And honestly, one of the most recent things I watched is that Voicemails to Isabel movie on Netflix. Genuinely charming. Yeah. I don't think it'll be for everyone, but man, that Zoe Deutsch girl is so good and funny and just likable in everything she does.
Dope. Love that. Derek comes back in. I still believe the Odyssey isn't gonna do well in theaters. It just doesn't look thrilling or even intense to me. Sean Bean had more presence as Odysseus in Troy than Matt Damon does in those trailers to me. That's fair. I think it'll do well. I think I could understand what you're saying of maybe it doesn't do the Nolan heights of we're pushing near $1 billion, but I still think it will. The fact that the ticket sales were that, I still don't have tickets to it. Like I'm probably not even going to review it, because what's the point of reviewing it? Because I won't see it for almost a month and some change until after it comes out. So it'll be a little private, personal review that I record and never release, honestly. So I think Odyssey will do just fine.
I think so.
Yeah. So Go pal. Chris, can you do the Shrimps line from Shark Tale? It's fairly happy. I saw Emma Myers from Wednesday, and what is AGGGTM? Talking about it. It's adorable.
Oh no.
AGGGTM.
Oh, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder.
Oh, that's cool.
Fun show. Really, really good show. Her dialect work is bananas good.
Okay, so it's
okay. I
fairly
did
happy.
see this one come in, so I looked up the script. And the other thing is, my sister had a baby, and it took over it because she passed away, and then the baby lost its legs and its arms, and it's now nothing but a stump, but I still take care of it with my wife, and it's growing, and it's fairly happy, but it's a difficult cause.
That was pretty good, dude. That was
Thanks.
pretty good. Also, Derek Johnson, just to be noted, my man, PLD went and looked it up. It's tracking release higher than Oppenheimer, somewhere between 90 and 118 opening weekend, and I'm assuming that's probably just domestic. So I don't know. I think Odyssey will be all right. Ron, no drunky, go weedy. It just depends on the day. That is just for me when I'm at home. If I'm gonna be out with people, then I would drink because I get paranoid with the weeds. Dark Smirk, saw a trailer for an indie project I worked on, and oof, it made no sense. Ever work on something you didn't understand or think, what was I doing? I mean, I'm just scared off of my fellow castmate that said that I might end up in a Razzie film, so there's that. But nothing off the top of my head.
The play I just did.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
I was like, I don't know why I do this. And our writer-director was like, because you do. And I was like, heard, chef. All right.
Oh, that's amazing. Armada, favorite grunge band except Nirvana.
Ooh.
Come back to me. We'll come back to this.
Would we? I mean, I guess.
Does Linkin Park count?
Oh, I do like Linkin Park.
If Linkin Park counts, that's my answer.
Yeah.
Pearl Jam is a good one. I was never super into them, but that's a good answer. I know a lot of people do. Lisa Evers, correction. Gunn has never said all projects would be DCU. He's been clear on what is and isn't. Example, dynamic duo. He's always been open to Elseworlds. Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right, fair.
My mistake then.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
Thank you for the correction, Lisa.
It wasn't just you. The article said that. The article also was like, he said everything was DCU. So no, thank you for that, Lisa. Go pal. In my 20s, I'd sneak half a pint of whiskey into the movies. I mean, I have been known to just beers in the pockets and then just roll. And especially with they really don't care anymore. I'm not holding it in front of them, but I will clearly, my pockets are bulging with like, a chicken sandwich in one pocket and a beer in the other one, and they just don't say anything to me. But if you walk around like, look what I'm doing, then they're gonna.
Yeah. You get a pre-mixed beverage from Trader Joe's, you stop by and get some Cubano sliders at Margaritaville, and then you walk into that AMC.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. The G-Man, Winston saw a commercial. Cool kid. Thank you so much. Nicest dude in Hollywood, that Will Ferrell. Nicest dude by a mile. Ron H, Ebony Ivory. I love Hollywood in any state. Hope you enjoy it. I certainly did. Now I want some Hinal destruction. Yeah, that would help a lot. Oh my God. Yoshimitsu, Momoa will be my first exposure to Lobo because of that. And like Momoa in general, I'll probably love him in Supergirl. You probably will. Yeah, I would just say afterwards, I would be so curious to go see some of the other versions and tell me how you think it lines up. Ron H. We got Desleepio, Logun. What be Winston's?
What is your high energy?
Oh, that was cool. Fuck though. What the fuck was that?
What the hell are you talking about? Who are you talking to?
The whole time I'd be like, you're fine, you're fine.
Ron H, I have to get on the They Will Kill You. Forgot about it. You definitely have to. It's very good. Peter Stone just tapped in and saw the topics. This channel has had a good, the DCU is over, gun pile on week. Well,
I don't think it's over. It's not over.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I don't think it's over either. I think it'll be fine. Armada Spider-Cuz on IG is like the Nick Spider-Man. Yeah, no, you're right. Spider-Cuz is like that. I do love me some Spider-Cuz. Leopold B. Stotch. Oh shit, Butters. At this point, I just want Batman 2 to be on par with the first. Happy Gunn is not the creative behind it. Scared they're leaking cast and overstacking cash just for the assured box office draw. I mean, that's kind of standard at this point with Hollywood, is to do that, is to kind of leak that information over time, and it's bigger with big IPs. So, yeah,
they're just gonna leak all that information everywhere, buddy.
Yep. Vicious Soldier, an anime pick, went through all my shows already. I don't know what all your shows are. That's a good that I can give you some stuff, but go ahead, Chris. Ladies first.
Witch's Hat LTA is really fun. I'm enjoying that a lot. If you have not watched the series Erased before, it is so good. It is a time travel murder mystery. I highly recommend.
If you want to go old school, you could always give Yu Yu Hakusho a shot. You could go with Trigun is also a good one.
Yes.
Lupin the Third is a good one. I'm going all old school stuff right now. Those are the ones that pop. I think it's Kuroko's basketball. I have to remember. I'm probably mispronouncing his name off the top of my head because I can't see the hiragana in my head. But that one's on Netflix. It's been on Netflix for a while. I love that one. That one is fantastic.
Luke's got for you Black Clover, Fairy Tale. That time I got reincarnated as a slime.
Yep, all good. Ron H. Where the fuck is God is? Winston spoke truth. Yeah, no, it is. Please, everybody go see it. It was a small movie, but it was a powerful one. It was very good, very action packed, a lot of like very interesting topics to talk about. So please check that out. Butters comes back in. Leopold B. Stotch. Additional support just to say you guys rule. Thank you. Best show in town. Kristian Harloff. Ooh, I like that. Overrated. LOL. JK. Thank you for making my day job palatable. We are happy to be here.
Thanks, Butters.
Cheddar Not. Winston from New Girl popped up in a commercial while I was watching Spider Noir and really took me out for a moment. That's funny. Yeah, Lord Morris has been cooking recently, so that's actually really, really funny. That he's in the middle of like, see, we gotta go and get him, Spider-Man, and then turn around and be like, BMO, like, just go pal. Spidey and Manani would be a perfect after credit. Honestly, it would be. Like, don't even give us an after credit to getting us to something else, or maybe it's the very last one after the credits roll, and just have Mondani and Spidey hanging out. That would be so fun.
I'd love it.
Ron H, Chris and Winston, you may have damaged or lost important stuff, but we have you two. By any measure, we went out ebony and ivory forever. I love you, Ron. Thank you, man.
Thanks,
I
Ron.
appreciate it. Hucho 1980 showing some love. Thank you. The ebony and ivory are my favorite combo of the show. You already know what it is. What's it called? Cooters and Counts and Cooters.
Counts and Cooters.
Tipsy Pirate 01. Aw, don't like pirates. No rum for you. Wait, hold on. No rum. That's not fair. I'm West Indian. We live off rum. That's rude. That is rude. Derek Johnson. I'm making a prediction that the new Spider-Man movie is a test by cosmic forces to see if Spider-Man is prepared to lead for Secret Wars. That would explain Jean being in that universe. Just a guess.
Oh,
I don't think that's an incorrect guess.
Yeah, that's fun.
The only part of me that thinks that may not necessarily be the case, we got to see what Tom wants to do. I guess you could always recast him. Is Tom on board to now be the face of the MCU, like legitimately for the next 10 years, another 10 years of him playing Spider-Man? Does he want to do that? That would be my only thought with that. But otherwise,
Exactly.
I don't think that's a bad prediction, Derek Johnson.
You got to remember that he said that once he starts having kids, he's going to either be done or take a break till they're grown.
Mhm.
So what he does in the next few years is kind of going to be it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very curious with Zendaya with her too, because her heat is also pretty high right now too. Obviously, the two Emmys from Euphoria and then everything she's been in recently. So, I'm very curious to see. Ron H, One Piece for me has become about living free, but people always starting shiz and making friends cry, so it needs to deal with it. I am Zoro. Feed me. Let me vape. Let me sleep. My swords are yours. Respect.
Yeah.
Semi. Sheep Detective is a top 10 movie this year. Damn. Is that good?
It's so good. It had no right to be that good.
Okay. All right. Derek says all 4 of those, talking again about Superman, Supergirl, Creature Commandos, and Peacemaker, have been mediocre. Hey, again, that is your opinion. I respect, not on the same page, but I respect your opinion. Starfire. I put my magic cards in the bank. Black Lotus, Mox Emerald, full set of Dual Lands 95, Time Twister, Ancestral Recall Kit. Yeah. Holy shit. I hope you have that in a safety deposit box, because I believe like Black Lotuses go for like 10K.
That's insane.
Let's see. Black Lotus. Oh, it's even higher. The price for Black Lotus from Magic the Gathering ranges from roughly 13 grand for a raw unlimited edition card to over 3 million for a flawless, professionally graded alpha edition copy. I mean, if you even have the unlimited version, that will buy you your books when your kids go to college. But, like 13,000. But that's still a step in the right direction. I absolutely think that was smart for you to go put that aside, man. That's really, really crazy and good. ZY Cone, if Lanterns, Clayface, and Man of Tomorrow hit, these conversations are going to look real funny in hindsight. I mean, I agree. And that's what I'm saying. I think we need to see more, because I think Clayface, just based off the trailer, is going to be fantastic. So yeah. Yoshimitsu, never selling our Magic cards. My partner and I play regularly, and it's one of the first things we bonded over. We don't have the expensive ones anyway. And that's what I'm saying. For me, unless it's a card that I absolutely no, I need to have this. I just have so many cards from childhood. I also have a lot of duplicates of a lot of stuff that is like really high value. So I'm okay being like, I'm going to keep one and I'm going to go sell the other one for a couple $100. Like, why wouldn't I do that? But I understand. Another large one. Thank you so much from Arwen Evestar. Support for my favorite duo. Thank you. Just got my Spider-Man tickets. Awesome. Can't wait, but feel really bad. I have no desire to see Supergirl. Damn.
Arwen, that's totally okay.
Yeah. Totally
that's
okay.
Fine.
Totally understandable. And it also is a scenario like some people may like. I said this in my review. I was like, if you don't have an A-list or something where going to the movies is like easy or cheap for you, and you're like, I got one movie this summer. If you wanted to wait on this one, I feel like you could. Like, I would, like, there's already stuff that's out. Like, I would say go see Toy Story before I would say go see Supergirl right now, because Toy Story was just that well done in my opinion. But but I get it. Tipsy Pirate, did you play Monkey Island? Imagine that as a movie. Monkey Island. Is that the one was that the one with the ball? Like the little monkeys inside the balls that like roll around? I think that's it. Look that up. Ron H. Oh, by the way, super chatting while driving around town. Jesus, the tech in my brand new used Honda Ioniq 5 fully loaded makes it possible. Ronnie, my car laughs at exotic and big vroom vroom cars. We lap them. Dude, I want an Ioniq 5 so bad. I love that car.
It's a beautiful car. I've got the Kona and I love it.
Nice. Okay.
It's great.
All right.
Also, Monkey Island is a adventure game that I definitely have not played.
I was thinking of Super Monkey Ball, I realized.
I was thinking of the one where it's Andy Serkis as a monkey god. So I was way off the mark.
This looks familiar. I feel like I recognize this, but I have not played it. Okay, we are at Johnny. Get ready for the Naruto trading card game in 2027, Winston. Chris. Oh, really? Wow. Okay, dope. Down.
Damn.
Chris, have you finished Witch Hat Altier, and have you given Guyver a watch? Penny, for your thoughts.
I have not finished Witch Hat Altier because I keep using that as like a treat because the animation is so stunning and I love the magic system in it. And I have not watched Guyver.
There we go.
Yeah.
Go, pal. I've never even had a dog, and then not even a very good dog line had me tearing up. I mean, that's what I'm saying. There was a lot of heart in there all over the place that I really loved.
That shit's gonna wreck me. Gimli turned 16.
He's so old.
He's so old.
Oh my God, he's so old.
I'm gonna force people to sing happy birthday to him on Sunday.
Do it. You should. I will call. I will send a video wishing him happy birthday.
Oh.
Ron H. Odyssey is an old tale being told with a new voice. That is correct. I agree with that. Gopal, speaking of tearing up, the first half hour of the supposed rom-com voicemails for Isabel got me and made me go donate to 65 Roses, but I liked it.
It is shockingly emotional. And this is not a spoiler or anything because they established this in the trailer. Her sister has cystic fibrosis, and like they have this very, very tight bond with each other, and so losing her is really, really rough. But the way that they execute it on film, it is stunning and heartbreaking.
Okay. All right. Oh man. Mr. Krappenschitz, hi Ron H. Anal destruction is after Taco Bell with the munchies. Ooh, you ain't never lied. God damn. Especially if you got that lava sauce. Derek Johnson, Tom said he wants to hand off to Miles. Secret Wars could be his end, which would only be 3 major projects left with a handful. I mean, that is very fair.
That.
I would definitely love to see Miles. So that's all very much a possibility. Mike Joyce, Sheep Detective on Prime now. Top 10 for me too. Wow.
I'm gonna watch it again.
Yeah, really, really love it. Okay. Ron H. Ivory Ebony. See how I switched it up? Question. Late night Niagara Falls or late night downtown Toronto. Falls is longer drive back home, but could be flashier. Downtown Toronto looks incredible at night.
Oh, nice.
Niagara Falls.
I think I'd probably go downtown Toronto.
Because my thought with downtown
I'm not a nature
Toronto,
girly.
which is fair. I'm not either, but like downtown Toronto, I've seen a lot of downtowns, and I've seen a lot of
fair.
downtowns for like major cities around the world. Like I've seen New York, I've seen LA, I've seen Tokyo. Like I've seen, like I haven't been to Seoul, but like I've seen enough of that. They at a certain point they all look the same. So unless Toronto has something incredibly different, I would probably say late night Niagara Falls because it's just a new experience. KCG, House of the Dragon was the summer blockbuster we were waiting for. Ooh, I still haven't started the new season yet. Everybody says that the start is so good.
I'm tapped out. I dropped out in season 2.
I did
Godspeed to all of you who are watching it.
I'm gonna try, but it's gonna be a minute before I force myself to sit there and do it. So, Ron H, whatever happened to Leisure Suit Larry reboot? Maybe. I don't know. I was never written to Leisure Suit Larry, so I don't know a lot about the lore and anything like that. Yoshimitsu, weirdly, I was just playing the Monkey Island theme song on my tenor recorder this morning. I've never played the game, but the music is amazing. Oh, cool. Love that. Tipsy Pirate. Oh, you both would love the game. It's silly, funny. Okay, dope.
Okay, sweet. I'll check it out.
I will check it out for sure. And our last one for now, support for the awesome duo. Hee haw. Hee haw. Absolutely amazing. Well, thank you so much. That was 88 by count. If there's anything else coming on, awesome. We appreciate that, but that was so amazing. But let's get ready to get out of here. Chris, go ahead and plug your stuff.
Hey, so if you want to follow me, I am at It's Chris Carr on Instagram. You can also take voiceover classes with me through speakfriendstudio.com. This Saturday, my husband has a breath class, which is the foundation of all of your acting that you're going to do, regardless of medium. And then next Tuesday, I'm going to have a workshop on how to prep for getting an agent and how to look for one, what questions to ask, all kinds of stuff. So if you need some stuff about the industry demystified, hit us up, speakfriendstudio.com. And then lastly, Two Filthy Casuals, today is a Logan and Me episode. We're prepping you for X-Men 97. We're going to talk about the new faces or the returning faces that you're going to be seeing, kind of some of our predictions, a few comics we recommend reading. So go check that out wherever you get your podcasts.
That is amazing, Chris. Thank you. And you can find me at the Swaggy Blurred on all platforms, man. Please go and check out my YouTube channel. Again, I have my Supergirl, what started off as an out of the theater reaction and turned into a full-blown review up now. So check that out if you want my full-blown thoughts there. I do a pretty good job of not getting into spoilers, but I do talk about a lot of stuff in the film, so just keep that in mind. You can see me on Spill the Tequila on Tuesdays with Roca, Blurs in the Hood on Wednesdays, and check out our newly launched Patreon. We have a lot of cool stuff. We actually have our first Patreon live stream tomorrow. And then we have our Blurred's Gonna Feud, Family Feud on Sunday, so you don't want to miss those. Again, those are exclusive for our patrons, so check that out. And then, of course, here on Friday. So again, if you follow me at the Swaggy Blurred on all platforms, you will always be in the know. We had a couple more come in before we get out of here. So let me bring you back in, Chris. I'm choosing downtown Toronto. It's a new city for me.
Rad.
Fair. Go pal. Indians live in Niagara Falls, so my ass driven up there. I don't know how many times taking family from the old country from DC. Okay. Got it. That makes sense. Any news on Luke Cage or Jessica Jones series? I haven't heard anything recently, but we do know that they're in the newest version, the newest season of Born Again coming out. Both they were just in the previous one, but they're already being put in the next one. So I think it's only a matter of time, potentially. I would love it, though, if they were going to do a show of the two. Instead of going a Jessica Jones show and a Luke show, they're pretty officially coupled now. Because, you know, in Born Again, we see their kid. So I think do a show of, like, keeping up with the Joneses or something like that could be really funny. Even I don't know what names they go by, but that would be fun.
This is how we bring in Squirrel Girl, who canonically is their babysitter.
I mean,
please cast me.
That's a good point.
Does that work? Does desperation work for casting?
Sometimes.
Okay.
It worked for Sydney Sweeney in Euphoria, because that's like her character was like essentially just like begging, and then they were like, "Here, sure, go ahead, just be in the show."
That's true.
Ron H, gonna blast dem beats. Haskell can't ban me. That's fair. Yoshimitsu, you two are the best. Have a great weekend. Thank you, Yoshi.
Thank you, Yoshimitsu.
Go pal. Can't end on 88 with the national socialist implications. Fair. We're up to 97 now.
Ooh.
X-Men 97. Ooh. Ron H, get ready downtown Toronto. Ron H, gonna get up in you slowly but intensely. Is that too much innuendo, guys? Nah. Sammy. Okay, I'm the last chat, guys. I called it. LOL. And then Ron comes back. Oh, no, you don't, Sammy. Oh, and then here comes Sammy going, damn you, Ronnie. Ha ha. Y'all can fight as much as you want, man. We are okay with that.
Thanks, you guys.
And then as a note for here, PLD, letting everybody know the member stream today, 3 p.m. Eastern. So don't forget that as well. All right. I believe that is everything. So we are going to take off. Go ahead and play our theme music to get out of here. One more. Chris, tell the chat that Ron H is last to come. Sorry, you got me instead of Chris, but thank you so much to everybody that watched the show today. Please, if you haven't already, show a little class. I don't know if Kristian still says that, but subscribe to the channel. If you enjoyed this and you want to check out any of the awesome other stuff that Kristian has on here, trying to get to 300 by the end of the year. One more came in. Go, pal. Do we spell our LOLs or pronounce it like oh? It depends on my mood. But again, thank you for watching the show. We really, really appreciate it, man. Y'all have a wonderful and safe weekend. Go watch some soccer or some football, whatever you call it. And y'all be easy, man. Deuces. Where is it?